Just have it for next week.
Yeah.
You have Zoom, right? You know how to use Zoom?
Zoom?
Oh, you're so new.
Yeah,
I just started my stream, so don't say anything weird. I'll be right back.
I'm new to this. Hello. I'm buying a webcam.
Oh shit. There's someone at the door. Michael, there's someone at the door.
Sounds like a you kind of problem. Yeah, it is a you kind of problem. Did you start this? Hello. Do you guys know what Zoom is? Do you guys know what she's yelling at me about? Like, oh my god, she's played 300 hours.
What's wrong?
Wow. Huh. Hey, who's at the door?
Someone's postman. Hold on.
Ah. I think we're making our characters today. I want to be like a meth goblin kind of meme. I haven't really decided on the character yet. Yeah, like a meth goblin kind of thing. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm super open to like integrating chat's opinion into my character. It'd be very appreciated. Ah, yes, barbarian. Oh, an alchemist artificer, so I can make meth. Oh, and I can buff my party. Okay, all right. I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay, cool.
What are you gonna play? You have any idea? Oh, it's so Skylar.
Good morning.
Oh my god.
What's up?
Good morning. About to play some D&D or just start.
We're not playing. We're
Starting your
character
creating
creation.
our characters today. We're gonna help.
Yes.
I'm glad you're doing it on stream, so it could take. That's like filler time, so you get free 6 hours of content.
4.
4?
What the fuck is 6 hour D&D sessions worth?
The fuck is
Even 4 is a long commitment.
4
4
is
is a long time.
It is.
It's gonna be fun.
What was your D&D character?
I was a wild sorcerer.
No, it's cool, man. I'll just get a chair and one stream.
Oh yeah, welcome. You're welcome to sit anywhere. Welcome to sit wherever you wanna.
10 more minutes.
Okay.
You have an account, right? You've made an account. Okay. I'll get it.
I'll get it. No, I'll get it. No, I'll get it. No, I'll get it. No, I'll get it. I'll get it. No, I'll get it. No, I insist. I'll get it. No, I'll get it.
Oh, God, you're so annoying.
I insist.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
I woke up and literally my feet, I don't know why. Because I just started Rocket yesterday, it's all about Tesla. My
Okay. Alright, it's gonna be really janky because like I don't have the layout with the cameras and everything. So it's literally just gonna be like people in column. We're just gonna make our characters today. It's gonna be super casual. Koibu is gonna be a DM. But first I have like 7 minutes, so I'm gonna eat food. I don't have a character in mind. I did want to be a big booby elf girl, but you know, it's a little overdone, right? So you're not big booby elf girl. Big booby orc girl. Dragonborn. I don't know. I want to do something different. D&D 5e. See, like, all right. So, okay, I've been bard. I've been a bard for so long, but I love being bards because if like the DM says like, oh, can you sing or like play the instrument? I'd be like, I got the piano right here. I can sing too, you know. But like, I'm always bard. I've never been a barbarian. I want to be something I've never been before. Barbarian. I've been a cleric. I've been a druid. I am a druid. Fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue. Monk sounds cool. I'll be Selena. Selena's long lost sister. What are the races? All races here. Dwarf, was it dwarf? Elf. Gnome. Half elf, halfling. We can be any careless but pick entertainer as background and sing whenever. That's true. I'm thinking. Oh, I really want to be a big titty elf girl, but I'm gonna just try not to pick elf and half elf. I always end up picking one of those two. Dragonborn is cool. Big titty halfling, big titty half orc. Oh, half orc seems cool too. Tiefling? What's a tiefling? I've never. But do you see the way people look at you, devil's child? Oh shit. How do I do this? Okay. It's time. Tiefling isn't allowed in Arcadia. Alright, how am I supposed to do this if I can't? Ah, this is a quandary. Hold on. I don't have a setup. Hold on. change the thing. Alright. Alright, I just have to capture this whole thing. Okay, alright, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. I don't have like graphic layout. So like I have to do this. Okay. I have to just capture the entire Zoom meeting, I guess. Alright, give me a bit. Alright, this is gonna be weird. Oh, Michael also doesn't have a friggin' if you do have can run production. Ah, I don't. We can do that for next time. Let's see. Michael does not have cam yet. I could do this like. Are we using Discord audio or Zoom audio? How long have you not played D&D? I've been playing for a few years, maybe. I don't know. Hold on. What the fuck? Are we joining audio?
And there's always the
Hello?
person who's new to the
Yes.
area,
Oh,
and
hey,
that helps
Lily.
you give the perspective of a
Are we?
Yeah,
fresh
true.
start. Yeah,
That's good.
so it's good.
Are
Yeah.
we using Zoom audio?
We can do whatever you want, Lily.
I don't know. What's the way? You're the master.
I like having everything go through one source. It just makes everything a little bit easier. But you
Sure.
get slightly higher quality audio if you do it through Discord. So we can do both or one.
Okay. Alright.
I don't think it's really worth it usually, but you know.
I mean, for session 0, I'll just do Zoom for now.
Yeah.
And then see for next week. Do you have to see
Yeah.
me? Is this important? Seeing me, do you have to see us for session
No.
0?
No, we're just doing character creation. You can have your webcams off if you want. That's
Okay.
fine.
I mean,
Do you mean us or them?
you.
Okay, yeah. We don't need to see
Okay.
you for session 0.
Then that's easier for me. Okay, where is Toast and Sykkuno?
This is a good question.
Ah, see, they are late. Christ, Toast. Sykkuno.
Toast's first name is Jeremy, right?
Yes, we just call him Toast.
We just
so-
call him Toast, though.
just
All right.
call
He
him
prefers
Toast.
online name. Got it. And Sykkuno, same thing, preferring online name
Yes.
instead
Yes.
of. That's fine.
Is Sykkuno just buying a cam for this? That's pretty cute.
It's fun. We are using it for audio too. Alright, they are on their way. Wow,
Lovely.
are you guys excited for a new campaign?
I'm super
I'm
excited
guys
for my first
excited?
campaign.
Oh man.
First campaign.
Alright, but for some general rules, just don't kill us.
Okay.
Don't PvP us, okay?
Okay.
Remember, this is like a big improv game. We're all working together, not against each other, okay?
But just like to be clear, I can try to kill
You
you.
could.
I could. All right.
then-
Just as long
But
as
then I
we're
have
clear.
to make a new
Cool.
character. And would you want that?
Okay. I'm good. Okay. Cool.
It's like we're all.
I can kill you. Okay.
You
cool.
can kill me. I'm
I
just.
can. Okay.
It's fucking D&D. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm just saying,
Great.
maybe it's better not to. We can all
Interesting theory. I'll get back to you on that
we'll
one.
all work. We can all work together.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Mm-hmm. Sounds
Yeah.
great.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Yes.
Alright. We are just waiting on Sykkuno Toast.
Oh, hey, Toast.
Hello, Toast.
Hey, Toast. Long time no see.
Hello, Koibu.
And
It's
I need
been
it.
a while.
I connect.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get the layout by next week. Toast is quiet. Alright, I will. How can you?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Is there a way you can like?
Mine microphone's at the max, I believe, on my end.
Okay, no, I think you sound fine for me.
Lily, where's your webcam?
Testing. Okay.
Well.
Well,
Okay.
I don't have a set. I don't have a layout yet, but you know.
Yes.
I don't know how to work. I don't know how to do this shit. I have to like, do the window capture shit,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I will at least show you guys.
Yeah, so I don't have a webcam at all. Oh, Sykkuno said.
Yep.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, Sykkuno. I'm Neil. Nice to meet you.
Oh, great to meet you.
Yes.
Hear me, right?
I will just show you guys for now.
You're kind of low.
Oh,
Sykkuno.
how do I?
Give it a chance to turn it up.
Let me try to.
Maybe if you just talk in the mic, that's fine. Have you thought about what character you want, Sykkuno?
A little bit. Wait, are there like sounds?
Oh shit.
Pork.
Hi, what's up?
I just wanted to see if Michael's there. I wanted his help with something.
Michael. Oh, we're doing D&D, right?
Oh, you're doing D&D.
But he's in his room if you need. What is it? Well, you can do it. I don't. Okay. Ah, this is so janky. Oh my god. I'm a genius.
If only we
I
knew
did
we were gonna
it!
do this ahead of time.
Neil said I didn't need it. Right?
Need what?
That's never mind. Be right back. You can go in and out that place. Not too loud. Michael and Sykkuno don't have cams yet,
Oh,
so we'll have it for next week. Sykkuno, can you say something?
Oh, hello?
Is he low for anyone else too?
Yeah.
He's low for me.
He's super low, right?
I probably am. I don't know how to,
Do you mind if we just use Discord call then? Because
Totally.
I can't customize it. Everyone mute yourself on Zoom.
Yeah, I was trying to look
and then
around for
we'll
that.
make a Discord call, okay?
Okay.
There's a mute button in the lower left corner if you can't find it.
Right, starting the call. Hello?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Can you all say something so I can test the audio?
Oh,
Nightmares.
Greetings, Lily. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Neil. Thank you for asking.
Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Alright, well,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Michael is too high, okay.
I am?
No, I can lower you manually.
Okay.
Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking.
Nightmare,
Okay, you need
nightmare,
to
buddy.
come back
Nightmares.
out.
I have nightmares all the time, every
Oh,
day.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You know, we could. What kind of character are you thinking of?
Big titty elf girl.
Weren't you that last time? The other time?
I can be. That's D&D. I can be big titty elf girl every single time.
Oh, Michael, you've played before?
I have not. No, I just know that.
Oh,
Other
you
people
just like stop. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of character are you thinking of?
Like a goblin kind of creature.
A goblin creature?
I don't think goblins are not a race.
I
They are
don't think so
technically
either,
a playable
but
race, but I think we'll all want to chat about the premise of the campaign before we
Alright.
start.
Yeah.
oh, that's
I
a
agree.
good
Yeah,
idea. Yeah.
Everyone, we're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're ready.
so
Mhm.
welcome to character creation for Outpost Santa Barbara. The first thing we all need to do is hop into Roll20 and do a little bit of customizing to make Roll20 not be such a pain in the butt to use. And then we'll talk about what we're doing here, the concept of this campaign, and then we'll make some characters for you guys, and we'll see where we go from there. So once I get everybody in Roll20, we will start. There should be a link in the Discord channel.
All right.
That's just an invite link to sign up, right?
Yes. Oh, no, it's an invite link to the specific campaign.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you aren't logged into Roll20, you'll have to first make an account and then follow the link and then join the. It'll be like a join game button.
Oh
or
wait, am
something.
I not supposed to show the link?
Probably not.
Okay, so
but
I
can
just
refresh
showed
the
it.
link
Can you
so that
refresh
it,
the link? Please,
Okay.
just refresh the link. Hurry,
well.
hurry, Neil.
Sure. I'm just gonna do it by kicking
Off
you out
to
of
a
the
good
game,
start.
Okay.
and then I'm
And
going
then not
to
inviting you
Wait,
back.
I got
a
a good idea. I'll
fresh
just
invite,
do it. Do
which
it, do
will
it, do it
automatic-
again, do it again, do it again. I'm so sorry, man.
Oh my.
That's fine. That's fine. I've refreshed the link.
Okay, alright.
So we joined this new one, right?
Yes.
No. You.
No.
The rest of you are fine on the old one. Only Lily needs
Okay,
to.
Oh, it
rejoin.
just-
only me, only me.
okay,
I got
okay.
this.
Only
Just-
you.
Okay, sorry.
It's all good. And then when you see it in your list of games, you need to join or launch, depending on the specific button in
Right.
front of you.
I have hit launch game.
Lovely.
Okay, I did it. Alright, I'm gonna start. Okay, I did it. Woo!
Yep. We're
Woo, that was hard.
almost all in here. Just
That was really hard. I'm
Just one
stressed
more.
already.
I click launch game. Launch.
okay. Sykkuno's launching.
Oh, whoa.
He's launching. Oh, there it is.
Excellent.
It's
All right.
asking if I want to play a tutorial.
That's weird. No, say no.
Okay.
Don't do that. So welcome to Roll20. In the bottom left, you'll see these big, ugly boxes with my face and Lily's face and a bunch of other crap. We're gonna want to get rid of that shit. So in the upper right-hand corner, you're gonna see a gear icon, which has the alt text of my settings. You want to go down there, and then you're gonna want to scroll down a little bit until you see something that says player video / avatar size, and you want to use that drop down and change that to names only.
Got it.
Yeah. Excellent. And that will make everything look a little bit nicer. Roll20 should refresh automatically for you right now. The next thing, and still in that gear icon area, there is a master music volume level. So I'm going to play a track because we'll have background sounds and background music. And I want you guys to set it to, because this is about the level I'm going to be playing it when we're in game. So find a way that it sounds nice for you and know that it's there to change it if it gets too loud or too quiet for you in the future.
Great.
Excellent.
Wait, I'm supposed to hear music?
Yes, do
I
you hear some very gentle ocean waves and bell tones?
Ah, I do now.
Maybe it needs to be turned up a little bit.
Oh, that's calming. I like it.
Yeah, okay. And I think that's all of the big Roll20 stuff. You'll notice on the second tab in that area, you've got like a folded over newspaper. That is your journal, and that is where I'm going to assign you character sheets. So Michael, you're getting the first one, and next character is for Sykkuno,
Mhm.
and the next one is for Toast.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I see.
And Lily, you should have one right about now. Okay. So these are the things that we're going to use for your characters. Let's do a quick tutorial. If you open one, you'll see there's a bunch of tabs at the top. The only thing you really care about is the character sheet tab. And this is what your sheet's going to look like, which you will get familiarized with as the game goes on. So, yes?
No, sorry, I accidentally pressed something.
Okay. So, that's all the tech stuff that I think we need to worry about right now. So let's do a quick chat about what this game is. This is Outpost Santa Barbara. This is a campaign I've been wanting to run for like 10 years.
I'm fulfilling his 10-year dream.
Yeah.
We're doing it, guys.
It's going to be great. So I grew up in a town, the town of Santa Barbara, which is in California. It's about 100 miles north of where you guys all are right now. And I've always used the landmarkers there in my brain for like references to distances. And it's always made sense to me to run things in terms of an area I'm familiar with. And the local history of Santa Barbara is cool. The actual shape of it is very interesting, where you've got like this big mountain range with only a couple of exits, like one on the north side, one on the south side, and then this sketchy pass that you go up through to get over the mountains, which gives it a really interesting geographical shape that would be really fun for a D&D campaign. So we're going to base it in sort of the topography of Santa Barbara, but not the actual history. The history is convoluted and messy with the Americans and the Spanish and the Chumash Indians there, so we're going to just scrap all of that crap. We're going to get rid of all of the history, all of the people that lived here, but we're going to kind of keep the similar naming convention and sort of like some tropes of the area. So we're going to call the town Santa Barbara. There's a pass nearby that we had talked about a moment ago that you guys will probably have to build at some point. It's going to be called San Marcos Pass. There's the Gaviota Pass on the north end. And we're going to use some sort of like historical landmarker names to sort of root ourselves in this area. Additionally, the most important deity here is going to be Illumis, the sun god. And also we'll do a lot of ocean sort of stuff. There's a bunch of islands off of the coast as well, and we'll keep their names for reference. And I think this will be a fun thing because you will be able to, at some point, visit Santa Barbara and drive through the area and be like, oh yeah, that's Henry's Beach. That's where we killed the goblins. Oh yeah, that's Lizard's Mouth. That's where we fought the dragon or whatever. And I think that'll add a fun and interesting aspect to the game for people who might be in and around the area. But we're going to scrap the history of the place itself and all the modern buildings and all of that jazz. Instead, we're going to do you guys arriving on this island, this deserted area. The whole shape of the island is a little bit questionable at this point, but you guys are going to be here forming an outpost in this lovely little region known as Santa Barbara. This sort of, I think the technical term for Santa Barbara is the Riviera of the United States. It's this beautiful place, fantastic weather year-round, great palm trees, wonderful oceans, all this fantastic stuff. So we're going to be playing here, and you guys are going to be the people in charge of the town. One of you, probably Lily, is going to be like the person in charge, and then the rest of you will be like assistants, advisors, but you're all sort of working together to make this happen.
I'm in charge.
You don't have to be in charge, but I figured it's on your channel. It sort of makes sense for you to be in charge. But these people are your closest advisors, your trusted friends, the people who you can lean on for advice. But, you know, if you don't want to be in charge, we can put someone else in charge. Or you guys can have more of like a council where you all agree on things together and there's no one top authority figure. However you guys want to do it is fine.
Okay, all right.
So, Lily, what do you want to do?
Do you trust me as a leader, Toast?
I trust it'll make good content.
That's not the question, Michael. How about this? I have a really good idea, guys. How about we write a name on a piece of paper and put it in a bucket, and we just like, mix it. No, actually, hold on. We vote for who we want as our leader. You know what I mean? Everyone votes for one person.
Like anonymously.
Like
vote,
anonymously.
Okay. How do we
Okay.
do it anonymously?
We can DM.
So-
we can
Oh,
DM.
DM Koibu.
You can
Koibu.
DM
Oh,
me.
that's-
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. All right.
You
All
guys-
right. And are you allowed to vote for yourself? Asking for a friend.
Do you want to be the
Yeah,
leader?
probably.
No. I don't want some, but I'm just asking for other people. You can vote
Oh,
for
I think you
yourself.
should be allowed to.
Okay.
I'm messaging Koibu right now.
I'm messaging
Yeah.
Koibu right now.
Like on Discord
On
or?
Discord,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
PM me on
okay.
Discord. Interesting. Interesting.
Why is it interesting?
Oh, we've got 3 votes in. I'm waiting for our 4th vote.
Okay.
So the fourth vote matters a lot, or?
Wait. We need every vote matters.
Yes, yeah. Got it.
Yeah, just like a real election.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Every
of
vote
course.
matters.
Well, I just mean if 3 of them already decided the.
I did it.
All right. So our leader is going to be none other than the disguised toast.
Can we know what all the votes were?
What the fuck?
Wait, what was the
Yeah,
point of the
You
anonymous
tell
thing?
people what you voted for,
No,
but
no,
I'm not
no.
going to confirm anything.
No. Like, don't tell who voted for it, but I
Oh,
want to know,
the
like,
breakdown.
The breakdown. What was the breakdown?
Oh, the. Mhm.
1 for Sykkuno, 2
Oh,
for
really?
Toast, 1 for Lily.
Ah,
Wait, you vote for yourself?
interesting.
I think I have an idea who voted.
I can't confirm nor deny anything. It's anonymous.
God, I wanted
Oh, right.
Sykkuno to be the leader so bad.
should-
Fuck, I vote for
Voted for
Sykkuno.
That was like not even in my mind, and then I was like, wait a minute, what if they did that to troll?
That would be so funny.
We would get
All
nothing
right.
done though.
Well, we're Disguised Toast leader.
Okay, so Toast, you're going to be the leader of Outpost Santa Barbara, a recently founded village here in this paradise. You guys come from a continent to the south. You come from the main Arcadian island, from the kingdom of Drekis. You have been put here to find this new land, settle it, harvest its resources. You're sort of like a colony out here. I'll introduce some other NPCs, the main point of contact that you have back home. But the general idea is you are here and you're sort of on your own. There may be some supplies coming in from the mainland as needed that'll help you. And as you build your city, you will gain more stuff. Like to start with, you're only going to really have the 1 blacksmith. And the 1 blacksmith is going to be able to help you with some things. But if you want some like really fancy stuff, you might need a better blacksmith, which you'll be able to import from the mainland once your little outpost is thriving. So we'll do a little bit of like city building, but not like actually placing of buildings, but like building of utilities and resources here. You'll find resources that you can deploy your people to harvest. You'll do adventuring. There's going to be monsters. And eventually we will start, not eventually, very early in the campaign, we will start finding some ancient hidden secrets that are lying around in this area. And I'm going to leave a lot of what's going to happen to mystery because I don't want to start spoiling stuff for you. But there's going to be a lot of fun things to go on here. So let's talk about what you guys want to make for characters and what you guys want sort of your role to be. If Toast is your leader and the rest of you are sort of advisors, we'll need some advisors. So usually we'll need like a head of the army or something like that. Maybe like a wizard or a cleric that can help with magical or religious things that are going on. We'll definitely need at least 1 spellcaster within the party. Does anyone have anything that either a role or a character class that they feel drawn to?
Friends?
I was leaning towards fighter or paladin.
Okay, Sykkuno's more of a frontline brawler kind
about
of
you,
guy.
Michael?
What about
I was looking at them and I came across gnomes, and gnomes look very interesting to me. I like how they make little things, maybe like a drug dealer kind of gnome character, little guy.
Wait,
You know, someone who can buff the party up, with his
drugs?
potions. Yeah, with you know, artificial enhancing drugs. You know,
So
makes Sykkuno a little stronger with some.
You want to be a
Some
crackhead gnome?
I want to be a drug dealer gnome who can craft his own little drug potions, his methamphetamine potions. Yes.
Oh my god.
We're supposed
Is
to be
this
like.
a thing that can happen?
I mean, I've never gone down this road. route, but I suppose if you want, we can. But we're gonna have, if you craft some sort of meth, you might get some combat bonuses or whatever. But I'll find a way to give you some penalties too. If we're gonna be having a drug-fueled army here, there will certainly be side effects and consequences.
Okay.
So we have to make sure, there are children watching. We can't have drugs just be superpowers all the time.
Oh, they're just
Don't do drugs,
magical,
kids.
Magical potions,
Yes.
Especially if a talking
Magical.
gnome gives you drugs, don't do them, kids.
That's true. I also want to
it'll be fine.
Yeah, build some shit. I don't know,
Yeah.
some crafting kind of
Okay.
character. Would be
So
cool.
some sort of gnome drug dealer crafter guy.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God.
And
Took
you
the words
wanna be
right
like
out of my mouth.
You want to be a support character as well, yeah?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the only way the drugs would really work in the
Oh,
story.
okay. So you don't actually care about the support. You want to do the drugs
just wants
regardless
to
of.
do
Yeah, the
drugs,
drugs are the
you know?
main.
Okay.
He just wants
Okay.
to do
Got it,
drugs.
got it.
Yeah, that's the main kind of thing. The supporting aspect was just to hide the fact that I was.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's a
All
good
right.
backstory already. It's
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Going for the best
Um,
drugs.
Well, Toast and Sykkuno and Lily, what do you guys want? What are you interested in doing?
Sykkuno mentioned he was interested in fighter or paladin.
Okay, so you want to be more of our martial guy. That's fine.
it sounded
Lovely.
cool. I don't
Yeah,
really
that's
know.
great. We will definitely need a frontline fighter and someone in charge of, military defense and security. What about you, Toast?
What would a leader of a town be?
You could be anything. You're probably noble born, so you could be a cleric, you could be a wizard, you could be a fighter, you could be pretty much anything other than like thief or warlock or
Blind
yeah, I
monk.
guess you could do a bard. Don't do a blind monk. We did a blind character campaign once. It was really bad. He died very fast.
Oh,
Don't be blind. Please don't be blind.
Sounds pretty accurate though.
Hey, Lily, what were you thinking?
I want to fill.
You want to
Okay.
fill?
Yeah.
Okay. Between bard and wizard, which one is more Mary?
Bard? Or
Wizard's
you,
definitely more merry.
what bard are you singing and stuff? You can be a big titty elf girl bard.
Oh wait, no. If I do bard, what's gonna make me sing?
Of course, yeah.
You get
Oh,
advantage
that's
on
right.
performance checks if you sing and do the thing.
Uh-huh.
I do want to
Can
hear
I
you
be
singing.
more of
actually.
a limerick bard? Not a singing bard.
Like
Absolutely.
a rapping bard.
A rapping
A
bard?
rapping bard.
You could do like spoken word poetry. You could do like what do you call it? Beat poetry. You could do you could do rapping. You could do lyrics, not lyric, limericks. You could do songs.
He's gonna
you could
sing
do,
like Taylor
epic-
Swift songs.
He's gonna live like a giant.
Tay-Tay is one of the greatest bards that has ever graced any of my lands. We had a Tay-Tay bard in one of my campaigns, and she was fantastic. You could do like epic poetry, like the Iliad and the Odyssey, just standing back and reciting stories.
Oh,
you
you
can
could
do
be a
your bard in
poet.
any way you want.
You can do
Okay,
kids
uh-huh.
rhymes.
I'll be a rap bard.
A rap bard? You sure you don't want to be like a
The
kids
rap
songs
bard.
bard?
Right,
We'll keep it open.
Okay. A rap bard. Lovely. So Lily, we've got a fighter, a bard, a drug dealer, and what do you want to be?
What do you think we need?
Ocean crafter.
We don't have a spellcaster just
Should I
yet,
be a
right?
wizard?
Well,
A
it's-
Oh,
wizard or a cleric would be a nice fill.
Got
Yeah.
it. I don't,
Probably closer to wizard because a bard gets a lot of
I've
healing
never
spells.
been a wizard before, so I'll choose wizard.
Okay.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is like fireball.
Uh-huh.
That'll be a
don't
little
know.
down the line, but once you get it, that's all you ever need.
I know.
Unless
fireball.
you don't want to burn down your own town.
And I'm useless the first few levels because my spell slots.
Yeah, but we'll be starting probably at 3rd level since this is an advanced outpost. You guys are being placed here. You can't be first level characters.
Okay.
Michael, so
Yes.
you want to be a crafting gnomey guy. You
Yeah.
gotta find an appropriate class for you, something that makes things, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Like an artificer or a alchemy kind of meme.
Right. So I think for you, a rogue or a thief, they're the same thing, just different nomenclature, would probably be the best.
I like
that
this.
way you'll have a lot of spare time to spend doing this on the sly stuff. You won't have to spend time like practicing fighting or casting spells, memorizing spells. You'll get to be our contact to the underworld.
Great. I love
you
theft
already
and
know about
deception.
this stuff.
So that's perfect. Yes.
Lovely, lovely.
I'm
Okay.
down to be a rogue, yes.
Great. So, now comes time for the most fun part of the entire game, rolling our stats. And there's a lot of ways we can do this. But the most fun way is to let you guys just roll your own stats, I think. And then if someone rolls really badly, maybe someone will help them out and trade a stat with them or something.
Neil, I have a question.
Yeah, totally.
What's the difference between wizard and sorcerer?
Sorcerer, well, do you mean mechanically or like in terms of lore?
Mechanically.
Sorcerers will have fewer spells that they can cast, but they will be able to cast them more readily and easily, I believe. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, so sorcerers will have fewer spells that they know. So if you start at 3rd level, you'll only have 4 spells, but you will be able to cast those 4 spells in a lot of different ways. You'll get these sorcerer points that allow you to shape the spells that you cast. So maybe, you cast your fireball spell, and because you're a sorcerer, you can give your allies advantage on the saving throw, so you can kind of like hit your allies and not worry about dealing as much damage to them. But as a sorcerer, you're going to have a lot more limited resources. You'll just be able to use them in more creative ways. The wizard will have more like raw access to tools, basically.
I see. Okay.
So let's roll some stats. We're going to go one at a time, and I just have a list here. So we're going to start with Michael. I want you to, on the chat tab, which is that overlapping chat bubbles in the upper right-hand corner, I want you to roll this, except without the period there. So you can do /R, which is the command to roll dice, and then 4d6 means you're rolling 4 6-sided dice, and the d1 means you're dropping the lowest 1 die.
Wow, this is advanced commands. 4d61. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
13. All right, so that is your first stat. You need 6 of these total, so do that 5 more times.
Okay.
Good luck. RNG.
Thank you.
For reference, 8 to 13 is average. Anything above 13 is above average. Anything below an 8 is below average.
Great.
Ooh,
10,
that's a 15.
9, 15. 2 more.
Oof.
Ooh, very good. Very good.
Little brain damage at the end.
It's a nice, well-rounded character. I like it.
Great.
Toast, it's your turn. Same thing.
All right. Okay. Got it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Fuck me. 4. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Go get it.
Let's see. What did you get? You got a... Oh, scrolling down here. 12, 12, 9, 14, 14, and 1 more.
Oh, 6. Okay. Come on! Okay.
And 12. All right. Nothing too low. A couple of above average stats. Very nice. Sykkuno, same thing to you. 10, 14, 14.
Oh my god!
Wait.
What?
Sound like a professional, right?
That's quite nice. And last but not least, we have Lily.
Alright, here we go. Luck.
He beat me
Streamer
on
luck.
every roll. Ooh.
Streamer luck.
Okay. Oh.
12.
Streamer luck, though.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
There it is.
Started off weak, but you brought it back.
That it's gonna be my strength.
Excellent. Okay. So, it seems here that everybody has at least a couple of 14s, which is nice and solid. With those and with your whatever racial bonuses you want, you'll easily be able to get a 16 in any given stat, which is a great place to start from. So I think we have nice, well-rounded stats. Does anyone want to try and beg, borrow, or steal from one another? Or are you all satisfied?
I mean, I'm happy,
Sykkuno
but I do
has
like
a
stealing.
lot of 14s.
I
He
can trade
does
my
have a
10
lot of
away
those.
if anyone wants
Yes.
that 10, you know.
You
I'll
don't.
trade your 10 for my 8.
Okay.
Really? You want an 8?
I mean, that's like my bad stat anyway, so,
Who has the lowest?
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
bad now. Never mind.
me.
I'll
No,
go.
that's
I have a
nice
7.
trade.
is it? I mean, if it'll help you, then it's probably...
No, it's okay. I'll take my 8. It's okay. No,
all
no, it's
right,
okay.
if you say so.
You gonna keep your 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Lovely. Great. So now I do believe it's time to start the process of filling out our character sheets. And this is going to get maybe a little bit complicated. I can see that Lily's already been using D&D Beyond to help her navigate her stuff. That's a great tool if you guys want to use it to help yourselves, or if you just have a PDF, or you actually have a player's handbook in front of you. Those will be fantastic and useful tools for you.
Okay.
So does anyone have access to a player's handbook in some form or a character building guide in some form? If not, I can walk you through it myself.
Walk us through it, Neil.
Yeah,
All right, let's do it. Open your character sheets, everybody, to page 1. You got your sheet in front of you. You'll see a whole bunch of stats on the left side. Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. These are your core stats. Strength is obviously how much you can carry, and it's also how much damage you can deal with melee weapons when you bash shit around. It'll also feed into certain sorts of ability checks. So if you need to like climb a wall, that's probably going to come from your strength. It might come from your dexterity, which is the next stat we're going to talk about, which is about your ranged weapon attacks. It's also about being able to dodge incoming attacks. So like your saving throw against a fireball will be dexterity based, and you'll have a higher armor class or AC. With higher dexterity. Constitution is how hardy you are. Higher constitution means higher HP and higher saves against poison and disease and that sort of thing. Intelligence is the purview of wizards for spellcasting. It's also where a lot of your knowledge stats come from. So if you need to know something about history, that's going to derive from intelligence. If you need to know about like how the world works all the way around you, like what plants you can eat and not, that's also intelligence because that's based off of nature. Wisdom is more of like decision making and willpower. You know, intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit and not a vegetable, and wisdom is knowing that you do not put tomatoes in fruit salad. Wisdom is sort of your you make good decisions, you have good ideas. It's also how well you can perceive things. Stats like medicine or survival will key off of wisdom.
Drugs.
Did you just say drugs?
Yes. Yes. Right. Yes.
Yes, drugs. Charisma is your force of personality, how well you can interact with people and work with people. It's not necessarily how nice you are, and it's certainly not how attractive you are. If you guys have seen Game of Thrones, and I'm kind of hoping you have, you will remember the Hound. He's the character there. And he is an ugly guy that nobody likes, but he's got fairly high charisma because everyone's afraid of him. And when he tells you to do something, you frickin' do what the Hound says because he's got this like big personality. But he's maybe not like a nice guy, and he's certainly not an attractive guy. Joffrey would be the exact opposite. He is the king. He's got all the power. He's totally handsome, and he has zero charisma. When he talks, everyone's like, this fucking guy, I have to do it because he's the king, but fuck him. I hate dealing with this person. So charisma is like your force of personality, and it's going to be the most important stat for the bard. All of your spell casting comes from your charisma.
Can we roll for hotness later, please?
Yes, you can either decide how attractive you are because it's your character, so you get to decide what they look like, or you can leave it up to the dice and decide how attractive you are.
The dice. We should roll for hotness, please.
Okay. All right. So if you want to make a character who's going to tend towards the better side of hotness, it's going to be 4d6 d1. If you want a character that could be anywhere on the spectrum, it's 3d6. And these rolls are final.
Ooh.
Oh,
Um,
I love living life on the edge.
All right, Lily, let's see it. Give me your hotness roll.
Wait, what was it again?
If you want to have a slightly better chance of being
No,
attractive,
I
it's
want it like just free.
3d6. That's my girl. That's what I like to hear.
So just slash R3D6, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, come on, streamer look.
Ooh, that is
Dude,
above
I'm
average.
hot.
You are hot.
That is-
Sykkuno, do you want to roll for hotness, or you just want to decide how attractive you
sure.
are?
I'll just.
Oh,
my
my
God.
Holy shit.
So attractive.
Wish I got that on my stats.
Oh my god. All right, Toast.
Wish I got that
Do
in
you want to
real
decide,
life.
or do you want to roll?
I would like to decide. I rolled an 18.
Okay, Sykkuno's just super. Sorry, Toast is just super attractive.
Okay,
He's
you're
gloriously
so.
hot.
What did he roll? I didn't.
No. I made the
Oh.
decision to be super hot.
Uh-huh.
Super hot. He's like, the open-shirted bard who walks around singing songs and
Singing
ladies
his raps.
swoon.
Dude, the leader is just really hot and a bard who raps.
Oh yeah.
Michael, you gotta roll, man.
I'd like to be okay.
It's up to you.
Oh my
13.
god.
Wow,
That's
we're
not that
a hot
we're
party.
Goodness, you guys.
Pretty hot gnome, huh?
All right.
Really attractive gnome.
This is gonna be a hard campaign to run. I'm gonna get
Must
distracted
be all
here.
those drugs.
Dude, if I ever get piano, you better draw us all like super
Oh
attractive.
yeah, my gnome has a 6-pack. It's...
Damn. Well, it is time to assign your stats to your stats. So take the numbers that you've rolled. I will put them here for slightly easier absorption. I think you've got 13, 10, 9, 15, 16, 7. Toast has got 12, 12, 9, 14, 14, 12, except there's no G in your name. Sykkuno got 14, 14, 15, 14, 14, 10, 8, 8, 10, 10. That's right. And Lily gets 9, 8, 12, 11, 14, 15. So assign them to your stuff on the left side. In the area where it says 10, you just replace the 10 with something, and it'll autofill the rest of the results. And let me open up your character sheets so I can follow along with you.
Do you think wisdom or intelligence would be most important for potion crafting?
Intelligence, definitely.
Great.
Do we like
And-
put them in order, or do we get to
You
choose the
can
order?
decide them where you want.
Oh,
So
all right.
for a fighter, strength, dexterity, and constitution are your most important. For a bard, charisma is your most important. For a rogue, it's going to be dexterity is most important, and for a wizard, intelligence is going to be most important.
After intelligence, what would you suggest?
It depends on the sort of wizard you want to be. You could be the
I wanna
wizard
be-
with high dexterity, so you don't get hit in combat, or you could be the wizard with high con, so you can take a lot of damage when you do get hit, or you could be the wizard with high in wisdom, so you're really good at all of your nature checks and all of your skill checks, and you just fucking know everything. You could be the strong wizard who can also beat the shit out of you with a stick.
I like that. I want to do that. 14. I want to be
Okay.
strong wizard. Wait, actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's hard.
It is.
I'll have constant. No, I don't. What about? Do wizards need charisma?
If you want, yeah. You could be the wizard who is not only very attractive, but also like well-spoken and a pleasure to be around. And when you talk to people, they listen.
Okay, so basically, I can do anything.
Whatever you want.
It's confusing. Okay, 15. I will do this. And dexterity is dodge?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dodge.
You're gonna dodge things.
I'm gonna dodge things. Charisma.
Let's see. So it looks like Sykkuno and Toast, you have filled your things out.
Mhm.
Sykkuno. Look good over here. Looks like Lily has filled her stuff out as well, and Michael is also done. Great. So the next thing that we need to do, you'll see at the top of your character sheet, there's a drop down next to class where it says choose. You'll want to make sure you choose your class from there. And on the top right side, you'll want to change your level to 3.
Neil, can we change the background music to something more comfy?
Oh, absolutely.
I like that ocean and the bells thing, but anything like cute, you know. This is a time
Sure.
of
A time of peace.
peace
Where was
and
the-
harmony.
The class option.
It's at the very top of your character sheet, above the initiative. If you keep going up, you'll see a class with a drop down. It's near your level. You might have to scroll up on your sheet to get there.
Okay. Class. I see.
Yes. Okay. So, does everyone? We got our class and we've got our level is set at 3. Fantastic. The next thing we need to do is pick our race, or more appropriately, our species. You guys can. We're going to have some slight restrictions here. For example, in this world, we don't have tieflings lying around. And full-blooded elves are probably not going to be on this individual mission. But you could do a human, or a halfling, or a dwarf, or a gnome, or a half-elf. We also don't have dragonborn in this world.
Can you do variant human?
Absolutely, variant
What's a
human is
variant
the way
human?
that I
What's the
always go. It's a human, but it gives you stats in a slightly different way. Gives you a little bit more, slightly weaker but more focused. I should say. You here and you over here. And what? Okay. So now that everyone has their stats arranged, it's time to pick our races, right? So you're going variant human toast?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Correct.
Okay. And Sykkuno, I see you also picked a human.
Yep, just a regular one.
Lovely. Love it. What about Lily and Michael? What races do you want to be?
Michael is a gnome, right?
Right. A Filipino gnome, I see.
Fuck you. Back to gnome.
No, just a regular gnome. Okay.
No.
Just a regular gnome. And Lily?
What hasn't been taken? Dwarf, half elf, halfling.
Yep.
I want to be one of those. So.
Which one?
I'm thinking.
Okay. You can think on it. So, those of you that have already picked your race, there are going to be racial modifiers for you. There are going to be flat-out bonuses you get to your stats because of your race. So, you're going to want to look those up. If you're going regular human, you get a +1 to all of your stats, which will be interesting for Sykkuno. You'll get all of your stuff. You'll get a bunch of 15s and 1 16 and an 11. That'll be fun.
Sounds good.
Variant human gets +1 to 2 specific skill stats, and then they get an additional feat and an additional skill, which we'll go over in just a bit. So pick your 2 that you want a +1 in toast and apply it. Sykkuno, add +1 to all of your stats.
I just like manually.
Manually change it. Yeah.
Okay.
I will be half elf.
Ooh, lovely. Okay. Our gnome will get an intelligence score boost of 2.
Nice. 18 intelligence.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna make the best joke.
And our half elf gets a bonus of 2 to their charisma, and then 2 other things get +1 for our half elf.
Anything?
Yep,
I'll do
but
one
definitely
on.
2 to charisma.
I'll do one on Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And one on Wisdom.
Intelligence.
I mean, no, you. What did I say? Wisdom? I meant intelligence.
That's
Wow.
the right choice.
That is the right choice. I even number. Yep.
Good. And you already applied the 2 to charisma? I didn't see it. Okay, good. Lovely. Additionally, there's some other stuff about your races that we will need to fill out. For example, the gnome has a movement speed of, I do believe, 25. Yeah, your movement speed is 25, so you can walk 25 feet in a round. Everyone else can walk 30 feet in a round, so you're gonna be a little bit
Damn.
slower than everyone because you're really short. You're really short.
I
Okay.
get that. I feel it on a spiritual level. All right.
You can find some
On the other
drugs
hand,
that'll help you.
You and the half elf will also have dark vision, so you'll be able to see for about 60 feet in low or dim light.
Ah, that's
which
pretty
will
cool.
be very useful to you. Gnome, you get to pick one of these 2 sub races of gnomes, and for our purposes, we're not actually going to follow the lore of these sub races. We're just going to follow the mechanics. So if you pick the forest gnome, you get a +1 to your dexterity. If you pick the rock gnome, you get a +1 to your constitution. So just pick one. Do you want a bonus to con or
we'll
bonus to
do
dex?
we'll do dexterity. I think my constitution should be pretty low.
Yeah, and that 16 is going to be a good change for your dex instead of 15.
So it's
Even
just plus one to
1.
dexterity. All right.
Yeah.
So 16. Awesome.
Love it. The rest of the stuff in there we don't really need to worry about here. Fantastic. Let's see. Half elf has already got the half elf thingies. Variant human. Toast, where did you put your +1s?
Charisma and strength.
Love it. And Sykkuno, you already did all of your stat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So next is to go on to our specific class and start filling out our class things. We're just going to start with Michael. You are a rogue. So let's talk about what rogues get and do. Starting as a rogue, you get to pick 4 skills from this list of skills. And I'm going to try and find a way to copy and paste it so you can see what they are. So the list of skills that you get to pick from are the ones I'm about to put in the Roll20 chat. Right. So pick 4 of those, and then you'll see on your character
Deception.
sheet they're right next to you. You just click the check mark next to those skills on your sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, so pick 4 of those lists.
Deception for sure. God, what are these? Sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand would be how easily you can, hide something or do something quickly with your hands without anyone noticing.
Stealth.
Picking pockets. Mm-hmm.
It's deception. Insight. What would that be?
Insight is whether someone or not you can tell when someone's lying to you or not. So the higher your insight score is, the higher you can tell what someone's motivations might be. If you see someone walking down the street and you're like, what is that person up to? You make an insight check, and depending on how well you do, I'll reveal more information about the conclusions you can draw about them.
Oh, cool. Wow, each of these has like their own skill thing you can do with them.
Yeah, they have many, many uses. And you'll be able to rules lawyer other instances as needed.
Okay. I think persuasion could be didn't mean to type that. All right, there are 4.
Excellent. And now, because we're not using the typical background stuff, feel free to pick 2 more of any stat of any one. Just go through that list and pick 2 at your pleasure.
Oh, awesome. Medicine. We'll put 1 in there.
Right. Toast, we're going to do you next while he's picking his last 2.
Mm-hmm.
You are a fighter. So let me get our fighter section up here.
No, I'm the bard.
I'm sorry. You're the bard. My mistake. Bard, you get to pick any 3 and plus 2 more from. No, we're not doing background, so pick any 5 stats that you want or skills you want.
Ooh, okay.
Sykkuno, you're the fighter. So you get to pick from the list that I'm about to copy and paste to you. You will get to pick any 2 from this list, and then, as with the others, any 2 extras that you want that aren't on the list, that are whatever you
So
want.
a total of 4 of them.
Total of 4, but 2 of them have to be from this list. And last but not least, we have our wizard buddy.
Yes, I am the wizard.
Yes, you are. And you are going to get... 2 from the list that I'm about to paste to you as well. Let's see. Oh, this track's a little loud. There we go. 2 from this list plus 2 others. And additionally, Toast, since you're a variant human, you get 1 more on top of the other ones that we've given you already.
Wait, what's the first one? Skills from acrobatics.
No, you want Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, Religion is your choice, your list.
So just 2 from that?
2 from that, and then 2 others that you, whatever you want.
I'll choose Arcana and Investigation.
Ooh, and you're a half
Actually,
elf.
Insight,
so
Insight.
Sure, so you get 2 from that list, 2 from being a half elf, and 2 from your background. So, pick 4 more in addition to the 2 that you picked from that.
Okay. Oops.
So you have a total of 6. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You're still picking 1 more, right, Toast?
I'll do persuasion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 here.
Okay.
Actually, no.
I think I just misremembered. Right, perfect.
Okay, okay. Perception.
Exactly. And Sykkuno has got... You've got your 4. Lovely. And Lily is still working on hers. So, Michael, since you're done, we're going to start with you next.
All right.
For the next step of your character sheet.
Cool.
You get to pick some basic
History.
equipment.
Investigation.
And this is where we're going to start deciding what you want to start out doing in combat. Do you want to be... You got high dex and low strength, so you're probably going to be more of a ranged fighter, I would expect, when it comes time to combat. Okay. So I'm going to give you... You're going to need a short sword because it is... No, you're going to want a rapier because it has finesse, which allows you to use it for... No, do you want the short sword? Which one do you want? You get a choice between a short sword and a rapier, and one of them is used for dex, one of them is used for strength, and short sword is the one that you want. So we're going to give you a short sword.
All right.
And a short bow.
Right.
And we're going to give you a quiver of arrows. And we'll give you the arrows themselves as well. Additionally, you will get some leather armor, which will boost your AC just a little bit. And you will get 2 daggers to start off with. And some thieves' tools. All right. Now, the more difficult, the choice that is going to be up to you and you're going to have to figure out on your own is you get a choice between a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, and an explorer's pack. And these all sort of have the same tools, but they also have different tools. So you're going to go ahead and pick one of those. I'm going to give you an option so you can see what each of them contains. And then you're probably going to want to get rid of some of the stuff that are in those packs. Because if you take all the stuff, you're going to be so encumbered, you're probably not going to be able to move anywhere. But they just give you a bunch of crap. So if you see in Roll20 on the upper right-hand corner, there's like a circle with an I in it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you go in there and you type like pack, just P-A-C-K, you'll see a list of packs that show up. And go ahead and like click on one, and it should have the details of what's in it. And you get to choose between burglar, dungeoneer, or explorer.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll leave you to do that while that goes on. Toast, let's get your basic gear that you start with.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bard. Okay, so you can start with a rapier, a longsword, or any really basic weapon. And considering your stats, I'm not sure what's the best thing to go here. What do you want your main melee weapon to be?
I like the idea of a rapier.
It's a good idea. The rapier is a finesse weapon. Huh, yeah. Perfect. So let's get you a rapier. You get any musical instrument you want, plus leather armor, a dagger, and then you get to pick between packs as well. So I'm giving you the armor and your dagger. So you get to pick any musical instrument you want, and then either a diplomat's pack or an entertainer's pack, which you can find in the same way. The eye, search for pack, and then take a look at them.
Got it.
All right. Next up, we have Sykkuno, our lovely fighter here. You, let's take a look at your stats here. High strength, so you definitely want to be our frontline fighter. It's going to look like.
Yep.
So you get, you're going to want the chainmail, because that is going to be better for you. Chainmail. You get to either go 2 weapons or a weapon and a shield. And this is an important decision because you're also going to pick your archetype today, and your archetype will really direct your character. So do you want to be the 2-weapon fighter or the guy with the sword and the shield? 2 weapons is going to be a higher damage output. Sword and shield is going to be higher defense and safety. And your
Probably
ability to
2
protect your
weapons.
allies. 2-weapon fighter? All right. So you get to pick 2 martial weapons. And let's just take a quick look at the rules for wielding 2 weapons. I think you can use 2 weapons of any kind. I don't think you're limited in your weapons, but we're going to double check because I want to make sure we don't build you improperly. Vision, light, role-playing, downtime. Where's our combat here? Using object, attack rolls. 2-weapon fighting. When you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon holding in the other hand. Okay. And when you do 2-weapon fighting, that happens, and you're going to want a feat. There's a 2-weapon fighter feat that is going to be clutch for you. Wielder. Light. Okay. So, can I recommend that you switch from being a regular human, from a regular human to a variant human? Because there's a dual wielder feat that will allow you to change yourself from using 2 short swords to using 2 long swords. But you're going to lose a +1 to a whole bunch of your stats if you do it. You can wait, and when you hit 4th level, you can get the feat then instead, and you'll just be slightly less efficient with your damage. It'll be like 1 less damage per round, basically, if you don't take the feat right now.
Until
That's
I hit level
decision.
4.
Yeah, and you're starting at level 3, so.
I think I can wait.
All right, great. Then we are going to give you 2 short swords to wield. Which are going to be fantastic for you. So where's it go? Short sword and short sword. And then you either get the choice between a crossbow or a pair of throwing axes, hand axes. Which one do you want?
I'll take the crossbow.
Right, crossbow. Oops. Here's a crossbow. You'll need bolts for them as well. Crossbow bolts and a crossbow bolt case. You can start with 20 of these. And I forgot to give you 20 of your arrows over here. Perfect. And lastly, you get to choose between a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack. So same thing, go to the eye with the circle around it, type in pack, and then decide which of those two that you want. And now it's time for Lily's turn.
Yes.
All right. Wizard dress? What is the feminine version of wizard?
Oh no, I'm a male.
Wizardess?
I'm a male.
You're a man? All right, wizard man. Okay. You get to choose between a quarterstaff and a dagger.
A quarterstaff.
Okay. Then you get to choose between a component pouch or an arcane focus. And we need to talk about that a little bit.
Difference.
And an arcane focus is sort of the easy way of going about it. You have an item, and with this item, you don't need to worry about your spell components very much. It'll sort of work as a replacement for spell components, unless the spell components have a specific cost. Like, if you need a pearl worth 100 GP, then your arcane focus won't work. You'll need the pearl as well. But if you drop that arcane focus, whatever it is, you can't cast spells that have components. The component pouch is sort of like a bag that you have that will have various components in it that we can pull out. It's sort of like an arcane focus, but there's some very slight mechanical differences to it. For example, like your arcane focus, you sort of need to hold in your hand, so it needs to be like something on you that you can easily pick up and wield. Whereas your component pouch just like hangs at your side, so you don't necessarily need to have it in your hands at all points in time. I'm going to look up the specific rules differences between them for us.
Where's the
pouch. Yes?
Where's the eye thing to click again?
It's near the gear. It's on the upper right-hand corner, not of your character sheet, but of the Roll20 page.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. A component pouch is a small, watertight leather belt pouch that has compartments to hold all the material components and other special items you need to cast your spells, except for those components that have a specific cost as indicated in the spell description. Whereas an arcane focus is a special item, an orb, a crystal, a rod, or a specially constructed staff, a wand-like length of wood, or other similar item designed to channel the power of arcane spells. So it's sort of like, does your magic flow through a tool that you use, and then if you lose your tool, you have to find a way to get it back? Or does your magic come from these components that you dangle at your side that you might need to refill every now and then? And maybe you might run out, but probably not all that often. It's a small choice, but it will have subtle and impactful decisions one day, sometime.
Well, they're both like on the same level for me.
Yeah,
I will
they're very
do
similar.
arcane focus.
Excellent. So you will need to decide what your arcane focus is.
So it's just like something that I can use to cast spells, right?
Yeah, but it's something you need to be able to carry on you and have
Can
on
it be
you.
a choker?
Ooh. On a dude? Which you totally can do, but
Yeah, why not?
it's unusual. Yeah.
Or like a ring, or any kind of jewelry, or whatever.
Orb, a crystal, a rod, especially constructed. So it's going to be something you're going to have to hold in your hand when you cast your spells. So maybe a choker, you'd have to take it off. That seems complicated.
What about a ring? Technically, you're holding a ring.
If it's a ring, then it can stay on your hand, but when you cast the spell, you'll have to take it off and hold it in your hand as well.
But if
and
I
then you
turn
can
the
put
ring
it back
around,
on.
right, and I hold it, it's not the same thing?
No, you're going to need to be able to hold it in your hand
Oh.
entirely, not just have it wrapped around your finger.
I see.
Yeah, there's a mechanical edge here that we need to be careful of. The idea is that it has to be held so that maybe it can get knocked out of your hand at some point. That's the drawback of the arcane focus.
Then I'll do like a necklace or a pendant or something like that.
Oh, okay. You could have a necklace that you just pick up and
Yeah,
hold.
like that, yeah.
Sure. Excellent. So we're gonna say necklace arcane focus, and this is gonna be the source of a lot of your powers. So spend some time figuring out what it looks like. And I know you're a great artist, so maybe we can get like a little
It's gonna
doodle
be
of
so
what you're.
pretty. There's gonna be like 3 different kinds of gems on it. It's gonna be gold accented.
Fantastic. Love it. And then lastly, as a wizard, you get... You get to choose between a Scholar's Pack or an Explorer's Pack. And take a look at those. So, back to Michael. Did you figure out which pack you wanted?
Yes, the Burglar's Pack.
Okay.
Oops.
Burglar's Pack. Excellent. And after our session today of character building, I will unpack it into its individual items and put them on your character sheet. And you're going to want to then go and remove what you don't want.
Okay.
Toast. Do you know what pack you want?
Entertainer's Pack.
Good choice. Sykkuno, do you know what pack you want?
The Explorer's Pack.
Lovely. And Lily, you're still looking at packs, I assume.
Wait, what's it? Scholar's Pack or what?
Scholar or Explorer?
Explorer's Pack looks more useful.
Okay.
But I'll do
That's what I
Scholar's
thought
Pack
too.
for a little bit variety.
You want the Scholar's Pack?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm an intellectual.
Lovely.
I'm very smart.
So the next bit of stuff is all things that you're going to have to sort of look at yourself. So if you go into that same area where there's the eye and you type the name of your class, you're going to get something, you're going to get a result. And you're going to want to scroll down and take a look at that thingy-majobber. Here we go. Like if you're doing a rogue, you'll look at the creating a rogue section. And you're going to want to take a look at the features you get at first, second, and third level. For example, the rogue is going to get expertise, sneak attack, thieves' cant, cunning action, and roguish archetype. The first things, the things you get level 1 and 2, you automatically get. You should be familiar with them, but you don't need to make a decision about them right now. It's the third level thing that's going to be a big deal here. The roguish archetype that you take is going to be important. And for, I think, our purposes today, we're just going to go out of the player's handbook. So if you want to be a roguish archetype, you can be a thief or an assassin. We're going to skip arcane trickster for more reasons we'll get into another day.
Wait, what was it at the top right? I missed it.
Where the eye is in the circle.
The eye and the circle?
You can take your class there. Yeah, the same area where you typed for the pack.
Oh, I thought. Oh my god, I thought you meant like your eye on your face. I was looking for an eye icon. Anyway,
No, the letter I. within the
yeah,
circle.
the letter I.
Sorry. Let's see. So that's the rogue. You'll have to take a look at those and decide which one you want.
Oh, it was a assassin or what was it?
Thief? There's only
Thief or
two
assassin.
options for you. Yeah, thief or assassin. For our bard, you're going to get the choice between various different colleges. So you can go College of Lore or College of Valor are going to be our two choices for you today.
I will like Valor.
Okay. Oh, it sounds like you already know what you're doing with your bard. Then, if you already know what those colleges do. Sykkuno, as a fighter, you get similar choices. But if you're going to go 2-weapon fighting, then you're definitely going to want to go to the 2-weapon fighting style. No, wait, sorry. That's what you get at second level. Martial archetype. You will get Battle Master or Champion. And we're going to skip Eldritch Knight because of lore reasons. We'll get to another day. Champion will give you some straight-up flat bonuses that you get to combat all the time. Whereas Battle Master will give you some bonuses that you can add at the moments that you need them to be added. So it's one of them is a little more passive, one of them is a little more active. And Lily, you will have the choice of a whole bunch of different schools of magic that you can be a part of here. So you'll get a different arcane tradition. So you can be someone that studies abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment,
Oh,
evocation, illusion, necromancy, or transmutation.
oh, jeez. Okay.
I know there's a lot of choices here, and they are all very, very different.
Uh-huh.
And will sort of focus the way that your character plays. They'll give you access to new spells and new abilities, and you get to decide what sort of wizard do you want to be.
Does it read up on all of these?
Or you can just tell me what sort of wizard you envision yourself, and I can make some recommendations.
Okay, that would be nice.
Well, what do you imagine yourself doing?
Making friends. Oh, do you mean like in battle?
No, not necessarily. Like, when you use your magic, what sort of spells do you envision yourself casting?
Oh,
Are you like the person who's throwing around fireballs? Are you the person who's like altering the way people think about things? Or, are you enchanting people? Are you discovering secrets? Are you changing the nature of reality itself, like changing that rock into mud, or like giving someone the ability to climb when they didn't used to be able to? Are you summoning monsters from far away? Are you just producing raw power and fireballs and blowing shit up? Are you getting involved with the dead and the powers of life and death directly? Or are you just like making illusions and hiding behind them and sort of not really making anything of substance but just tricking people? Who are you, Lily?
I'm so indecisive. Hold on. I have to decide to think about this.
Unfortunately, there's
This
not
is why you're
an
not
indecisive.
Excuse me, I could have been the leader, okay?
This is
I let you have the position because I know you would appreciate it more. I'm a very generous friend. I want... Wait, did you say I can summon stuff?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of things can I summon?
Well, conjurers are able to summon all sorts of things. Let me take a look at the things that you get.
Okay.
Starting at second level, when you select the school, you can use your action to conjure up an inanimate object in your hand or on the ground in an unoccupied square that you can see within 10 feet of you. This object can be no longer than 3 feet on a side and weigh no more than 10 pounds, and its form must be that of a non-magical object that you have seen. So basically, at will, with an action, you can be like, I need a footstool, because a footstool is no larger than 3 feet on a side and weighs no more than 10 pounds, and a footstool will appear and then within an hour, the footstool will just vanish.
I can't
again.
conjure friends?
Well, you'll be able... So this is an ability that you get at will whenever you want. You will also get access to spells that allow you to summon monsters to fight on your behalf in various different forms. Conjuration, it is. It's a good school. It's actually my favorite school, I think. Yeah, definitely. Conjuration's badass. So you will be a conjurer. So look up your wizard class and then read through the School of Conjuration. You're only going to read through the first couple of things, only things that are at your level. You can worry about the other ones later.
Conjuration.
And I'm going to get some more links for us to play with over here.
Cool. Oh my god, I can teleport later. That's cool.
Okay, I'm going to put a link in the Discord for us. This is a way to help you figure out your height and weight and stuff, because you're going to have to pick it. But the height and weights of the 5th edition book are not exactly the same height and weight parameters that our world is going to be using. So in that link, you'll see some buttons on the top, and find your race, and you can click it and get an example of an average thing. If you're a human, you don't need this link because you already know what human sizes are, and it's fine. But if you're a gnome, you'll want to know that like your gnomes are going to be somewhere between like 2'5" and 2'10", depending on your sex, and you're going to weigh somewhere in the realm of like 30 to 40 something pounds, because you're tiny.
Yes. So should I roll for that? Now?
You don't need to roll for it. You can if you want to roll for it, or you can assign it yourself. But that'll give you like an idea if you
Just
click
a
it a whole
rough
bunch of
note.
times of where we are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can just spam it to get a rough idea of how things work. And then the half elf can do that too. Lovely.
I'm 115 years old.
115. All right. So in human years, that's going to be
33,
what?
according to this thing.
Okay. Perfect. And all of those stats, like your height and your weight and everything, is going to go on the bio tab of your character sheet. You'll see right below that top thing where you put in your race and class, there's a bio button right next to the red core. And that will give you age, height, weight, eye color, skin color, hair. And that stuff we'll want to fill out. We're definitely going to need your height and your weight. And we'll definitely need your age. Your eyes, your skin, and your hair are up to you. They'll be useful, but it's not necessarily needed. Everyone's size is medium except for the gnome, and your size is small.
Can I have silver here? I want silver here.
Toast, would you mind filling out your height and weight and all that jazz too?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
6 foot tall.
Ooh, you're a tall half elf.
I'm 6. Oh, okay, yeah.
Nice.
And I'm what's one?
Ooh, I see. You have put it over here, so let's do it this way. 5'9", 160 LB.
Oh, right.
Brown eyes, brown hair. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Why don't we take a short break? I don't know if you have a break screen set up for us yet, Lily.
You can take a break whenever, yeah.
Okay. I'll take a short break, and when we come back, we will go into some more of like the who we are and how we got here sort of stuff.
Cool.
What'd you guys put for size?
2'4".
5'8".
2'10".
5'9".
Oh, for size, you're supposed to put medium, I think.
Oh, really?
Everyone, not for height. Height and size are different.
Medium?
What do you put for skin?
I don't know, Sykkuno, are you racist?
Whoa.
Oh,
wait,
wait,
what?
guys,
It's one of the
I'm
settings.
still streaming.
It's
I'm
on
still
the-
streaming.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
on the-
streaming, guys. I'm
it
still
says
streaming.
skin right there.
What do you guys put it, huh?
Like, what if I have tough
What's
skin?
the most
like, I'm tanky,
charismatic
you know?
skin color
Tough
for a
skin.
leader?
Oh my god, stop it! I'm gonna mute you all. I'm
White.
muting you all. I'm
Wait,
muting
what?
you all. I'm actually gonna mute you all.
Like iron skin,
Oh
right? Or
my
something like that.
You see, alright. Ah. My eye color.
Wait, so I half felt skinny. Fuck, I don't know. Like half. Checking the BMI calculator because I don't know.
You're gonna put your character's metabolic intake.
Okay, he's 5'9" and he's 140
Uh-huh.
pounds.
Wow, that's like
But like
the
he's
same.
he's a really he's very slender,
Yeah.
and he's a half
He's
elf.
a lanky
Uh-huh.
half elf.
He's very.
That's
Okay, yeah. I'm debating between
that's
silver
actually
hair.
like my height and weight in real life.
Really?
He's a Sykkuno,
Uh-huh.
like mage,
You are very skinny.
slender.
Silver
Yeah, I
hair.
guess so.
Black. Should I get black hair or silver hair? What about black hair and a strand of silver hair that goes between his eyes, which are one blue and one green? I'm making this as quirky as I'm making it as quirky
And
as
4
possible.
inches apart from each other.
For it. Oh man, my character just has brown hair and brown eyes.
I have everything filled in except for skin.
Me too, actually. Like he has tough skin. He can like
Tough
take hits
skin.
or something.
Okay.
Tough.
I want.
Tough.
I'm
gonna put iron. Like iron skin sounds good.
Is that how?
iron skin.
Tough.
I'm gonna.
It sounds like a special ability, you know.
Thick skin.
I want
Thick.
silver eyes.
Did you spell it with the C's or the?
Silver with green and
Hey, my
orange
hair is silver.
flecks. Yeah, that's edgy. Wait, I can't even. Okay, what about? Okay, silver. I'm gonna just. Silver eyes are cool. I will have silver eyes. Silver eyes. And. What about silver? Silvery blue. What kind of. I'm just. What's. Icy blue.
Icy blue.
Icy blue. No, wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. Dude, all I see is Aphelios in my head. I'm trying not to copy it. That's how I'm envisioning my character right now. I'm just
I don't like that.
Are we all back?
I'm back.
I'm here.
Wait,
back.
I have to go pee. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I have questions for Toast mostly here because
Sup?
you are the leader of this group. You're the person who is in charge of the town. What do you want your title to be? You could be mayor or governor or something, some title.
Is this town like under the jurisdiction of like a greater kingdom?
Yeah, sort of. It's a kingdom away on another continent, and technically you're under them, but they only come by every so often to like help you with supplies, and they trust you to run the place. But you do got these other superiors an ocean away from you.
Ah, I got it. I like the sound of governor.
Governor, all right.
Governor Toast.
Lovely. And how did you pick these 3 other people to be your advisors and helpers? How do you know these folks? How did you decide that these were the ones you wanted around to help you run this place?
Well, they seemed malleable, I guess. Easily persuaded, very agreeable to my my will, and you know, they don't fight back too much.
They're
As long
loyal.
as they get to do the things they love, like making drugs for one of them.
All right. Okay. And before you came here, what were you up to? Why did you? Let me rephrase that. Why did you decide to come be the governor of this outpost instead of staying back at home?
Honestly, I essentially swindled my way into this position.
What do you mean?
I was friends with the previous governor, and we went out, hang out like you do with a friend, and a legitimate accident happened. I didn't there's no funny business, but an accident happened. So when I came back to town, I decreed that in his dying words, he made me his successor.
Okay, so you've been in the outpost for a little while. You're not new to the place. You were
Yeah.
here, and then the former governor died, and you took over. So before the former governor, before you became governor, what was your role here in town?
Oh, I was just the town bard, you know. At every yearly festival, we would gather and I would sing for everyone.
All right, so you don't have any like connections to the greater kingdom. You're just a bard who was hanging out, and then someone died, and you're like, "Hey, I'm in charge now, everyone." Cool.
Yeah, I mean that is his last wish.
Got it. Okay, so since I can't see anyone's cameras, Michael, are you here?
Yeah.
Excellent. So how did you end up here? You are the drug dealer. Are you a recent arrival, or have you been in the outpost for a time?
No. I'm a recent arrival to the town. Very new to the place. My goal in life is to create the most powerful, strong drugs and poisons the world has ever seen, but the greater kingdom does not have the supplies necessary. So I've come to the outskirts of the world in search of better supplies.
You came to Santa Barbara to get better drugs. I see.
Exactly. Better ingredients for drugs and poison.
Should change this name to Outpost Albuquerque at this point, but we can work with it.
Outpost Kirksville, Missouri.
And did you were you first an advisor to the former governor, or did you only take up your advisory position under Toast?
Under Toast, I've realized there's a change in power, and it would make it easier for me to run amok in the new Outpost as power was changing hands.
Yeah, as a newbie governor, I don't exactly vet my applicants very
Yes.
cleanly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Got it. And then in your previous life, back in Drekis, back on the other continent, I think I already know the answer to this question, but what did you do for a living back there?
Yes. I was fronting as a doctor, but in order to gain better access to medical supplies, because my intelligence is very, very high on this character, I was able to keep up the front as a doctor while swindling medical supplies to make more powerful drugs and poisons.
Okay. And I see you're skilled in medicine, so you must have learned a thing or two while you were doing this fronting. Okay.
This is true.
Okay. Okay. Sykkuno, are you here?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. So same question to you. Were you a advisor under the former governor, or are you new under Toast?
I'm new under Toast.
Okay. And why did you seek out this position, if you sought it out at all?
I was a humongous fan of his music, and when I heard he became the Governor Toast, I just wanted to help him, and then he randomly promoted me.
Your character's a fanboy of Toast.
Love it. Sounds like we have an interesting form of government coming up here. Appointing the lackeys, the loyal people, the people who like your music and supply you with your narcotics. It's going to be a great country. You guys are going to run this so well.
Yes. Do you know I'm a drug dealer yet, Toast?
It's another good question.
Or am I just new? I think I'm keeping it hidden for a while.
You don't give me the hard stuff. Just a little bit of grass every now and then.
You think I'm just like a medical advisor?
Yeah,
it's what you think I am.
A great herbalist.
That's what you think. Yes.
Got it. And Sykkuno, where did you learn to fight? You know, not everyone is a good fighter. Not everyone is skilled in combat. Not everyone can wield two weapons like you do. Where did you learn all of this stuff?
My family taught me.
Ooh.
My character comes from a family of fighters.
Excellent. Are they like mercenary fighters or like noble landed knights who teach each other how to fight from generation to generation?
Oh, the mercenary kind.
Okay. And what brought you to this outpost? Why did you volunteer to come out here?
Let's see. Oh, I've only trained with my family before, so I wanted to put the skills to test or something.
Okay. Came here to test your skills. Lovely. And Wizard Lily,
Yes.
how did you end up working for Toast? Were you part of the former governor's entourage, or are you part of the new entourage?
Hmm. I can't think for a sec. Hold on. I can say I was part of the former one. And I just kind of stuck around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a veteran.
Right, right. And why did you first come out here? Was it your choice, or were you like conscripted by the former governor or something?
Conscripted.
Okay. And as the only person here that really worked under the former governor, what was your opinion of this person?
You mean the former governor?
Yeah.
I was
The
just
dead guy.
doing what I was told, you know?
Okay, so this person just has authority and says you're coming with me, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, you know, I needed some direction in life.
Okay.
Were you sad to hear his passing?
I was indifferent.
Wow. Okay.
Not suspicious of Toast or anything.
I was intrigued by Toast. And that's why
new
I
man.
stuck around.
Love it. Okay. Now you are a spellcaster, a wizard, and wizards can sort of come from any social class, but they do tend to come from the higher social classes. They're the only people that can really afford to train their children properly. But you're also a half-elf, so you've got this weird backstory where you could sort of have anything be your history. Do you think that you were noble-born or low-born?
You can't be like middle.
You could be, yeah, you
Middle
definitely
class.
could be a merchant.
Middle.
Yeah, like a merchant or something. One of the few middle class people that exist.
Actually, I want to be noble born
Noble born again? Okay.
again. There's just so many perks.
Mm-hmm. Powerful to be a noble.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Okay.
hot anime silver hair noble born. Half elf.
Love it. All right, Governor. Now that we know a little bit more about these people here, is there anything else I should know about your opinions about them, how you might work with them, anything like that? Does all this work well with you? That you kept Lily on, and these other two people are those that you've promoted? Does that work?
Yeah. Works for me. Like I'm just happy that people are agreeing to be my advisor at this point.
All right. It's time for names. We need character names.
I have a name. I have a name. I have a name.
Yes?
She has a name. She has a name.
My name is Cannon.
Cannon.
K-A-N-O-N.
Like the gun?
No,
Oh.
no.
K-A-N-O-N.
K-
Like
A-
Canon in D, the song.
Kanon. Cannon.
Lovely. And if you are a noble, you'll need a last name at some point.
Ball. B apostrophe.
Cannon Ball.
B apostrophe AAL. AAL in lowercase.
A-A-L.
I brainstormed really hard. It was either that or D. Like Cannon and D. Can my middle name be D?
Yes, Cannon D Ball.
Cannon D Ball.
Cannon
Okay.
deep.
I'm a noble
Lovely.
Cannon Ball.
Yeah.
And Governor Toast, what is your name?
Daffodil.
What?
Governor Daffodil. Okay. Okay. Drug dealer Michael, what's your character's name?
Hold
Descartes.
on. My stream just died.
What?
Briefly.
Oh,
Wait,
Okay,
what?
never mind, it's back
Michael,
up
what
now.
did you say
Oh,
your
I
name
thought
was?
that's because of what Michael
the
said.
name is
Descartes,
spelled Daehkcarc.
What is this?
Wait,
Can I ask what this name is?
K-A-C- What?
Descartes.
Descartes.
What is this?
It's Descartes. Only time will tell.
D-A-E-H-K-A-C
A-R-C.
A-R-C. Descartes.
Descartes.
What the
Daehkcarc. Descartes the gnome.
Descartes.
This is not after the famous French philosopher Descartes, or it is?
Maybe a little spin on it. A little special gnome spin on
Oh, it's cricket. Fuck you. Jesus.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
And Sykkuno, the fighter, what is your character's name?
Let's see. Everyone started with D. I'm not good at this. Can I have a second?
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, take your time. It's fine. While you're thinking about it, we're gonna flip back to Michael here. So gnomes in my world are usually a special bunch. It sounds like you are well out of the realm of the normal gnome.
it.
But typically, gnomes are these sort of, they're the tinkerers. They're the people who like to build things. They're never satisfied with their work. They're always going at it. And they like to show off. They love to show off, especially their mind. They love to show their intelligence and their things. And one of the ways that most gnomes typically show things off is through the use of rhyme. Being able to like spin everything and rhyme everything together is a way of like showing that you're the best and showing that you respect people because you're putting effort into the conversation. But you are, it seems, maybe an outcast, drug dealing con man of a gnome.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to have to abide by that whatsoever, but you should be aware of it.
Okay.
If you ever run into another gnome, they might start rhyming at you and expect you to rhyme back. And if you don't, they will probably be deeply offended or think that there's something weird about you.
Okay.
However, since you don't rhyme, most regular people are going to appreciate you because it's really fucking annoying talking to a person who rhymes all day long. It's
Okay,
like the most
cool.
maddening thing in the world.
So I'm better at talking to normal people than an average gnome is.
Yes, you are going to
Okay.
be well respected because you don't pull this gnomish rhyming bullshit that
Great.
everyone fucking hates.
Great. So I have a front as I'm like a doctor, a well-respected doctor gnome, but really I'm a drug dealer on the side. Cool.
Right. All right. You've had your second. Do you have a name yet, Sykkuno? Nope. All right. We'll come back to you. We'll come back.
Thanks.
Lily's already got Cannon D. Ball.
Cannon D.
Ball.
Yes. This is right.
Is that a family name? Ball?
The great family of Ball.
Or do they refer to you as the Balls? We're going over to the Balls house tonight. We're going to invite the Balls over
Neil,
for a
please
ball.
be mature about this.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well then, Sykkuno, your time is up. I need a name.
All right, I'll just go with a potato.
What?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Okay, we'll just skip you for a long time, and we'll come back to you much later.
Oh, that can be part of my story. I afraid to tell people my real name until yeah.
But
These people are gonna
you have
need
a
to know your name
handle?
though.
Oh, that's true. They trust me.
They trust you. Yeah.
Wait, his name's Daffodil. Potato's not that bad.
Sure.
No offense, Daffodil's
Potato.
great name.
Okay. Potato. You should be able to alter your character sheets. If you click the edit button on the very top of the sheet, please change your sheet name to your character's name for me. This is one of the most easily manageable groups I've ever played with. Normally people are at each other's throats during character creation. You guys are so easy. Love it.
Sykkuno, is your last name Tato?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
Potato. So your name is Poe. We can call you Poe.
Uh-huh. Oh, like the guy from Kung
good
Fu
dude.
Panda.
Yeah.
I kind of like that name now.
Love it.
Can we? Oh, we can't see other people's character sheets.
I can make it so you guys can see each other's sheets. Yes, let me approve
Thank you.
that. Change.
All right, I see potato.
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 You can just say Poe. It sounds less, you know.
Terry Clark. His names
Cannonball.
Daffodil.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
I want to see other people's sheets. How do I?
Oh, we can't actually see like.
Oh,
All
okay.
the
So the only
stats
way
and
I could
stuff,
give
or-
you permissions to see their sheet is if I could give you permissions to change the details of their sheet, and I have learned a long time ago that's a bad
No,
idea.
we will never touch each other's sheets.
Oh, I understand. It's not what happens intentionally; it's what happens accidentally.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Just tell me all about Daffodil and Cannonball.
Well, Cannon's favorite song is Cannon and D.
Oh, fuck you.
And every time they have family meetings at home, they always say, "Hey, you want to play ball?" I'm sorry.
I'm less happy now. Wanna-
I'm more happy.
So there is also, let's see, what do we need to talk about? I think you're going to have to read about your characters, and I will fill in some details on your sheet in between after this, so that it'll fill out and look nice, and you'll have access to all of your abilities. Lily, we need to do your spells.
Yes.
You're going to start with a bunch of them.
Yes.
Because you're at 3rd level. So let's see how many you get to start with. Learning spells. Every time you gain a level as a wizard, you can add 2 spells to your spell book. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. You get to prepare a number of spells equal to your level plus your intelligence modifier. So your intelligence modifier is 3, and your level is 3, so you'll get to have 6 spells prepared.
Holy.
And you will have to... Oh, first things first are cantrips. You get 3 cantrips. I'm going to send you a list of spells. Here is the list. It's going to be in the Discord. Don't share this list. It's not supposed to be public. But there it is. The link is not guarded by other means, so do keep it to yourself. If you scroll down to the bottom, you will see the cantrips, just like with your other character, and you get to pick 3 of those. And then we'll start you with 2, 4, 6. We'll start you with 3 second level spells and 6 first level spells and 3 second level spells, and then you can choose which ones you want to memorize.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Yeah.
3 what?
Let me get a piece of paper to write this down so I don't forget.
I will also write this down.
You get 6 first level spells and 3 second level spells.
And how many cantrips?
You will get 3 cantrips.
3 cantrips. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. The cantrips are pretty easy to do. The other ones might be a little slower. If you want the spells that have a purple title are all going to be the conjuring spells. So if you want to be more conjury, maybe look first to those ones. The ones that are in red are the evocation, so they're more of the direct damage.
Find familiar. Grease. Fog.
Yeah.
Grease.
I can make a puddle of grease, 10-foot square. Ice knife. Oh, that sounds cool. Like I just create a shard of ice in midair and like, poof, and I'm like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I
our
need to read up on
bard
this.
will get spells
There's so many
as well. You will start with 2 cantrips, and I'm going to give you a list. Same thing applies. Keep this list to yourself, please, and thank you. It's now in the Discord. You will get to pick 2 cantrips, and they'll be at the very bottom. They're the things marked with a star. And let me see how many other spells you start with. Secret.
Ice knife sounds so cool.
You will start with 4. You get 6 spells, and you will get to pick them as you please. Only 2 of them can be second level spells, so 4 first and 2 second.
Okay.
And you'll have a big long list to look through here.
4 first.
Let me find our bard. Here we go. So 2 cantrips. 4 first. 2 second. I guess if you want, you don't have to pick 2 seconds. You could have just 1, but you know, it's probably more fun to have 2 second level spells. Let's see, who else do we have? Rogue and Fighter. So, Fighter, you have. Did you decide which archetype you're going?
Oh, I was thinking champion probably.
Champion. Okay. So you will critical on a natural 19 or 20, which is a much better chance of criticaling. It's twice as likely to critical. It'll be fantastic for you. And with your extra attacks every round, it'll bring that critical chance up even higher, because you'll be getting more attacks than anyone else. So that's great. I actually think there's not much left to do for you. Just make sure you read about Second Wind and Action Surge. And then I'll set up your character sheet to enforce your other abilities on the fly. So I think for right now, you can just chill and think about who your character is, where they came from, maybe figure out some more lore about you. Yeah. And
I like the
our
backstory.
rogue.
Yes.
You went Thief, right?
I did choose Thief, yes.
Okay. So you'll need to read up on fast hands and second story work in addition to your other things. Now, one of your most important abilities is going to be sneak attack, and you're gonna want to know the sneak attack rules really well. So I'm not gonna paraphrase it for you. I'm just gonna let you figure that stuff out on your own. It's gonna be super clutch.
All right.
Cunning action is also going to be super clutch for you.
Cutting action? Or cunning? Cunning?
It's cunning action, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh. Actually, I'm sorry. There's one other thing I forgot. You get expertise at first level. Choose 2 of your skill proficiencies, or 1 of your skill proficiencies, and 1 of your proficiency with thieves tools, and then you get to double your bonus. So 2 of the skills that you already know, or 1 of your skills and your thief ability, your thieves tools ability, like to help you pick locks. you get to
Mhm.
pick, and you're going to be very good at those. You will be.
So 2 of my thief's abilities. Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. So you know the skills that you've got, like deception, medicine, nature,
Yes.
persuasion. Yeah. So you get to pick 2 of those, or one of those, and your tools, which you would use for lock picking almost exclusively.
Nice.
That you will get to be much better at.
Okay.
So what do you want to be better at?
Stealth would be cool.
Okay. And then one more.
Persuasion of nature. If I knew a lot about nature, it would help me find lots of ingredients for medicines and the like, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'll be very good at nature as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna change your things. Stealth, you are expertised at, and nature, you are expertised at. So that will both go up by 1 right now. When your proficiency bonus goes up, it'll go up a little bit more. So that'll take care of itself. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay.
So you can go back to reading about cunning action and sneak attack.
Great.
And let's check in on our spellcasters. How are the spells coming, Lily?
I'm writing down spells that seem interesting.
Ooh, okay. What about you, Toast?
I am ready for my spells. Do I tell you?
Yeah,
which
tell
ones
me
I
them
want?
and I will add them to your sheet.
All right, for cantrips, I will like minor illusion and vicious mockery.
Excellent. Minor illusion. Vicious mockery. Excellent.
For my level 1 spells, I will like dissonant whispers, fairy fire, Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, that's a good one.
And let's pick one for the team here. Let's do healing word.
Oh, that's an important one. And thing to note about healing word is it's only a bonus action, so you can cast healing word and still make an attack roll or use a cantrip if you want.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, it's a bonus action spell, and those are few and far between. So, coolio. And second level spells?
Second level spells. Can I get suggestion
Mm-hmm.
and phantasmo force?
Excellent. Okay, so I've put them on your sheet now. If you go to your spells page, you should be able to click them, and they will cast, and they'll put into the chat.
Wow.
It will also, I don't know if it's doing it quite yet. No, I will. There's some tracking stuff that we'll be doing, so it'll track the number of spell slots you have. So if at any point you cast a spell and it takes away a spell slot, but then you realize you didn't actually cast that spell, or maybe you double clicked or whatever, you'll have to manage your number of slots remaining because it'll help you automatically with that.
Gotcha.
Lily, how are you doing over there?
Yes.
Still working on it? It's okay if you're still working. There you have a lot of spells to go
There's
through.
a lot of spells. Sorry.
There's a lot of spells. That's fine.
There's a lot of spells.
Okay. So, let's do Poe for a little bit here. Poe, what sort of you're a 3rd level fighter, so you've had experience. What is this experience? What did you do?
Let's see. What does a fighter usually get experience from?
You know, all the things.
Well, I trained a lot.
Have you ever been in a fight before? Have you ever killed a person? Start with that.
No. Just only training. Yep.
Okay, never killed a person. Never been in a real fight?
Only practiced once.
Okay. Only trained. And your family, they alive still?
They're alive, but they're on the old continent, so I don't see them very often.
Right. Are they happy with your life choices? Like, are they pleased that you've come out here to do this, or are they?
Uh, Oh, I was a good like I was good in the training sessions,
Mhm.
but I didn't enjoy it very much. So that's part of the reason I left too, I think.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So your Friday, your family trained you, but you never really fought in anything. You never really killed anyone. You didn't really enjoy doing all of that stuff. So when you
Mm-hmm.
completed your training, you're like, "Peace out, bitches. I'm headed to Santa Barbara."
Yep, pretty much.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Michael, what about you? What happened to your family? Where are
I was orphaned from birth.
they? Ooh.
The Kark has never seen his family of gnomes, and that's what led him to a life of crime, thievery, and deception.
Oh, wow. Did you, as an orphan, were you from a large city or a small town?
From a large city.
Okay, so you're from the capital within Drekis, which won't matter for our purposes, probably.
Yes, I am from the capital.
Capital. Uh-huh. And did you make any enemies while you were there, or did you only make, like, friends and allies?
I've made many enemies. Getting where I need to be and where I need to go. Ripped off many people. Lots of gnomes angry at me. Which is part of the reason why I moved here.
Okay. Do you have any allies or friends left on the mainland, or
Yes, my drug dealt clients.
Your
Some very powerful members of society are procure my wares for their own needs. Members of the
They're
capital, political pundits consume my drugs. Very powerful allies in places.
Okay. So friendly with powerful clients, but the rest of the underworld is maybe not your friend anymore?
Yes. True. Very rare friends in the underworld of gnomes.
So coming out here was not just for better supplies, but maybe also to get away from the people who you've pissed off?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you used to sell to the former governor, or was the former governor too, like, stiff and uptight?
The former governor was a client of mine.
Okay.
An old client of mine.
Excellent. Okay. All right. I think I've got some stuff to work on here now. Governor Daffodil.
Yes.
We've been talking about this older governor, but we don't really know who they are. Was this a man or woman, and what race were they?
It was a man, and they were, a little. It's been a while since I thought about him. I believe he was just a regular human, a kind human, a little portly, from being a politician, but overall
Right.
nice guy.
Kind and portly. Did he have any family that's still around in Santa Barbara?
I believe he has a wife and 2 daughters.
And what happened to them after he died? Do they go home to the mainland, or are they still here?
They're still here, grieving every now and then. They try and go on with their lives, but every now and then they just kind of think to themselves like, why did this happen?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Have you had any problems with the wife and kids?
I'm great with the kids, but the wife, she was kind of involved in the governor's old system, just helping out her husband.
Mm-hmm.
But since I've taken over, she kind of questions a lot of my decisions at the town hall meeting. It's a little annoying.
Right, right. You got the old administration sort of like poking holes at you without really providing any assistance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice going on here. Okay. How them spells coming, Lily?
Okay. I have a question. Poison spray.
Yes.
Poison damage. Does that mean they're poisoned?
No, it does not mean they're poisoned.
Oh, that's useless. Never mind. Okay. Oh,
Cassiopeia.
this is so hard. Okay. So, how many spells do I pick for level 6 total, or like how does this work?
6 first level and 3 second level.
So I have 9 total?
You will have 9 total spells plus your 3 cantrips.
Wow. Okay. All right. For my first level spells, I want Ice Knife, Catapult, Identify.
Hold on. Ice Knife, Catapult, Identify.
Identify.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Tensor's floating disc. Can people like ride it?
As long as it obeys the weight requirements of the spell.
It's under like 500 pounds, so like people can ride it, right?
Tensor's floating disc. 3 feet in diameter, can hold up to 500 pounds. Yeah, so someone could sit on it. Probably only 1, maybe 2 people, but otherwise, yeah.
Or a 24-pound gnome.
Easily. Yeah, it's more of the volume that can sit on a small 3-foot
But I
disc than
can't
a weight
ride it?
limit. You can.
I
Yeah.
can?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
totally. Is that how you get around?
I mean, that'd be really cool. That'd be cool if I could just like
Fly.
fly around and
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, it'll only last for an hour, but you can cast it as a ritual, so you can spend 10 minutes, cast Tensor's floating disc, hop on it, and like cruise into town without having to use your
my
legs.
magic floating disc ride. Okay.
Okay. Other spells?
Magic missile.
Good one.
And what do you suggest? Do you have any? I have detect magic shield, witch bolt. What's witch bolt again?
I wouldn't recommend Witch Bolt.
Why?
It's sort of nice because it has this cool ability where you hit and then you can use your action to keep hitting over and over again with it.
Yeah.
But if you miss, then it's sort of not that great.
Ah, okay.
It's one of those like gambles. If you hit with it, it can be fantastic. But if you don't hit with it, you don't really get that much from it.
What about find familiar?
It's fine.
That doesn't
It'll give you
sound-
some interesting things. You know, you can sort of summon it and have it move around, but it can be killed, and it's expensive to recast. And I think when it dies, there's a negative effect that happens.
What about shield?
That is a great defensive spell, yes.
Okay. Do I need detect? Does our party need detect magic though? Every campaign I've been in, detect magic has been staple.
Detect magic is an incredibly useful spell. Someone at some point is going to want to have this. Otherwise, how will you know if you've run into magical items?
Okay, I'll do detect magic then.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So ice knife, catapult, identify disc, missile, and magic. Detect magic.
Yeah. Okay, I will add Ice Knife and Catapult later. I have to add them in a different way. What about your second level spells?
Okay, alright. I want... This is really hard, so I have 2 thoughts here. There's like this spider climb and web. You can be Spider-Man. Isn't that cool? You can like walk everywhere, and then I can like be Spider-Man. But alright,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. But other things, cloud of daggers. Is that what it sounds like? Like I get a cloud of daggers, right?
Yeah, but it stays in this one 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot cube. So like if you're in, maybe if there's like a doorway, you can put the cloud of daggers there, and anyone that goes through it is going to get wrecked. But if you're in like an open field and you put a cloud of daggers somewhere, they can just walk around it. You know.
Oh,
So it's
so it's like a
really
trap.
good. Yeah, it's really good in situations where you can bottleneck your enemy.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of. Never mind. I don't want that anymore.
Okay.
What about detect thoughts? How is detect thoughts?
Ooh.
I can read people's minds?
When you cast a spell as an action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you choose has an intelligence, doesn't matter. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what's most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can shift your attempts to another creature or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasonings, its emotional state, and something that looms larger in its mind as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, it ends the spell. Either way, the target knows that you're probing their mind unless you shift your attention to another creature. So yeah, with this spell, you can sort of like read somebody's mind, and then maybe if the spell works well, you can like get details on what they're thinking about, broadly speaking. But then they'll know that you're probing them. So it works really great if you've like captured someone and you're interrogating them and you don't care if they know that you're probing their mind, then this is fantastic. But if you're like sitting at a bar and you're like detecting the thoughts of this other person way over there, and then they'll be like, what the fuck? Someone's in my brain looking for me. And then they'll probably look around trying to find you.
But like,
But
if I try, like, I will still know their feelings or thoughts.
if they
But they'll know.
fail, so it's got like two parts. The first part is you get the surface thoughts, like whatever they're casually thinking about. So you could go from person to person at the bar and see what each person is just at the moment passing through their brain, and no one would be any the wiser. It's when you want to dig deeper into their brain that they get a chance to detect it.
Okay. That seems cool. Oh, I'm so hard. Invisibility, I can turn invisible, right? What if I get detect thoughts and invisibility, and I make myself invisible and they won't see me?
So the problem is that detect thoughts and invisibility are both concentration spells.
Oh, I can't do both.
So you can't have them both cast at the same time.
Okay. Well, I want detect thoughts. That sounds cool. And is locate object super? Oh, I don't know. I can't decide.
Well, remember, you will have, I think, 6 of these spells memorized. So you'll have 9 spells, and you won't have all of them on any given day. So you'll be able to change them out as you please. So you won't need everything all the time.
I want alter self.
Ooh, okay.
And invisibility.
Okay. Invisibility. Wonderful.
And for cantrips?
Yes.
Firebolt.
Good one.
How useful is message?
Depends on how creative you are.
What most?
Message is great if you need to send a message to someone without anyone knowing that the two of you are talking. Or maybe if you're like in a jail cell and separated and you can't actually talk to each other without someone else overhearing it. Message is fantastic. I think the range is a mile, is it? What's the range on message?
I can secretly send messages.
Oh, 120 feet.
That's cool. I want message.
Yeah. Okay, message.
Last one. Sorry, I'm like, I'll get. I don't know. Can I think? I don't know. I actually
that's
have no
fine.
idea.
I'm just gonna add these other things in here. Knife has 1 action. It is a conjuration spell. Range is 60 feet. Target 1 creature. This is attack. Duration is instantaneous. Spellcasting ability. Intelligence. Damage from Ice Knife is 1d10 piercing. Target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6 cold. Ooh. 1d6 piercing, 2d6 cold. Excellent. And is it's a dex save that other people will make. All right, that is Ice Knife. There we go. And what else do we have? We wanted Catapult as well. Let's get that in here. Catapult. It is spell card output. Higher level. Casting time is 1 action. Range is 150 feet. Target is 1 object.
Okay.
Duration is instantaneous. Excellent. Okay, we'll organize these. This goes here. Excellent. So, if you see your character sheet, you'll see these circles on the left side, which if you click, they turn red. The red ones are the ones that you have memorized. The white ones are the ones that you just have lying around.
How many can I memorize?
You can memorize any 6 that you want.
Out of the 9. Okay.
Out of the 9, yeah.
Okay.
Can I memorize 6 too?
You have all of yours memorized at all points in time. The wizard is special, where the wizard can learn spells haphazardly. Like if she comes across a spell book, she could learn like 10 more spells, but she could only memorize 6 of them at a time.
What's at a
You, on the other
time?
hand, on any given day.
Okay.
Yeah. You, on the other hand, will just get your spells in a slightly different manner. You'll get them as you level, and then you just have these ones that you know. Additionally, you have your Bardic Inspiration dice, which it sounds like you already know pretty well since you very quickly went. You very quickly picked your school. But the Bardic Inspiration dice are important, and people tend to forget about them, and they recharge fairly quickly. So do remember to use them.
I have 3 of them, right?
Yes.
Got it.
That sounds right. I think it's the number equal to your Charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
is it just, something like that? Okay. And let's see. When you regain spells on a long rest, and the wizard also regains spells on a long rest, I believe. And for our purposes, a long rest will be a full week of dedicated downtime of resting and relaxing and healing up.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But that matches the pacing of this game, where instead of having like 10 fights in one day, you'll have maybe 10 fights over a week. So we'll just slightly change the pacing. Wizards can prepare, so you can change your memorized spells whenever you take a long rest. Wizard. Okay. Okay. So, before we go anywhere else, if there's anywhere else to go, are there any questions? Anything outstanding?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah? I think
Yes.
we've got enough backstory information for everyone. We've got character sheets pretty much finished out. This personality trait, ideals, bonds, flaws, we don't need to do. You can fill them out with whatever you want, but they're there to just help you shape your own character. They don't have any mechanical effect in game. Hit points. How could I forget hit points? We need to roll for HP.
Can I use inspiration on my hit points?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Governor Toast. You are a bard, so I believe you use D8s for your hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find your character sheet. D8 for your hit dice. So you're going to start with max HP at level 1, which is going to be 8 plus your Constitution mod of 1. So you'll start with 9. And then you're going to roll 2d8 plus 2 for how much HP you've gained.
2d8 plus 2.
Yes.
Do I get a bonus as the leader?
No.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
And roll me another 1d8, please.
That's nice. Oh man, the loss.
So plus 2, that is 13, and 9 is 22 hit points. Very good.
Wow, I'm a tanky boy.
Got speed 30. Lovely. Next is Michael.
Sure.
You are a rogue. It's going to be similar for you. Ooh, you have 7 con? So you're going to have really low HP.
Great.
Holy crap!
Hold on.
7 con?
Is that really bad?
Wait, that's so low.
That gives
Holy
you
crap.
negative health. What the?
You will get...
Must be all those drugs.
Undead.
It's the
It'll be
drugs.
fascinating.
Yeah.
It's
drugs.
drugs, of course.
It fits with the character.
Yes.
Okay. So you would start with 8 HP at level 1, except for your bad con, which brings it down to 6. So roll me 2d8 for hit points.
2d8.
And then, yeah, you can't roll less than 1 on a die, so we're not gonna, we'll do it case by case.
Slap.
Excellent. So you will gain 1 and
look.
3 for an additional 4. You'll have 10 hit points.
That doesn't sound like
Michael,
a lot.
you're gonna die.
It's not.
Well, you need to just stay
That
away.
sounds like not a lot at all.
But that's okay. You'll just have to make sure that no one gets to you. Remember, with cunning action, you can take a dash or disengage or hide action as a bonus action. So if you need to get away from things, remember you have cunning action. It will save your life.
Wait.
All right.
Michael has 10 health,
Yes.
and Toast has 22.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Michael, get your next character ready.
Fuck.
It'll be fine. It's okay. Everyone's afraid of playing low HP characters. They can be a lot of fun. It'll just
Yes.
be very
I'm glass
It'll provide
cannon.
for a lot of epic moments, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Potato.
Mhm.
You get to start with 12 because your hit die is a D10, and then you get 2 for your con. So roll me 2d10 plus 4 for how much you've gained since then.
Your starting health is more than my
Oh, wait,
full
do I
health.
just type in +4 or?
Yeah. Roll20 has it's a nice thingamajobber. It'll work perfectly. Perfect. 11. So you've got 23. Those are kind of low rolls, but it'll be fine.
Oh god.
And our wizard rolls d6s for HP.
How many?
Cannon D-ball. So
What do
you
I-
will start with 6, and then you will roll another 2d6. Is that right? Hold on. Let me double check.
Okay.
Let me double check. Warlock. Wizard. Yep, d6. So roll me 2d6 for your HP. 9. So you are at 15. Lovely.
Better than 10.
It sure is.
Yes, it is. All right. And I think that is all of the basic character stuff that we need to get down here. I'll spend some time prettifying your sheets, making them a little bit easier to use, adding information. And if no one has any questions, I think we can either wrap up here, or I can give you a virtual tour of the Santa Barbara area, which might be nice to do. Let me see if I can find a good map. I'm going to have a whole bunch of fun maps for us later, but I'm still in the process of collecting them. I want to find a map that doesn't have the modern town stuff on it. Is this what we're looking for? Oh, that's too small. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen through Zoom. How does this
Can
work?
Sorry. I could have chosen a quarterstaff or a dagger.
Uh-huh.
I would like... Can I change it to a dagger, actually?
Totally, yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool.
All right. You guys can see my screen now, right?
No. It ruined my
No.
Zoom thing, but it's fine.
Oh, did I ruin your overlays?
It's okay. Go on.
Okay, so here is Santa Barbara. It is taking place in this area right here. And if we see some terrain, we'll see that it is right at the edge of these mountains. These are the Santa Ynez Mountains that run all along here. And Santa Barbara is this one little flat ground of an area right at the foot of the mountains. It is a coastal desert, so it's quite dry. It rains maybe 10 to 15 days out of the year, but you get this like morning fog that always comes in. So the area it's nice and cool. It's not hot like a real desert, like an inland desert, but you don't get a lot of rain. So it's blue skies pretty much year round. The temperature, it's in the 60s or 70s in the winter, and in like the 70s or 80s in the summer. Maybe a hot day we'll get into the 90s or hundreds, but like it's a pretty consistent warm weather year round sort of thing. There are these islands out here. We have San Miguel, Santa Rosa, I think this is Santa Cruz, and then these tiny little ones out here, the Anacapa Islands, which will feature in our campaign. This is a deep water channel between these two areas, in which you have sea otters and whales and all sorts of wonderful wildlife, in addition to large beds of kelp. Down on the coast, on the beach, which there are lots of nice, beautiful sandy beaches, you will find a lot of tar. There is a natural oil seepage out here in the channel that will bring tar onto the beach, which is, for people walking on the beach, very annoying because your feet get covered in tar. But for people who want to be building things, fantastic, because you have natural petroleum just leaking out. So you can melt it or get it into a liquid state again and use it to patch up your boats. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can even get some very crude petroleum oils out of it, because petroleum oil is not something we're going to normally have around here. The important geologic features I want to point out are this pass over here, the north end. This is Gaviota Pass. There's a small creek that runs through here from the backside of these mountains, and you can walk through the creek, and maybe eventually you can build a bridge over it or a tunnel around it or something. And then there is the southern exits over here. There's this coastal route that you can sort of walk along. The modern route has been expanded from the ancient route, but there'll be a walkable path down, but you guys don't know what's down there yet. And there's also a pass that comes through here called Casitas Pass that leads to Lake Casitas over here. Your water sources are primarily going to be creeks that come down out of the mountains, and some of them will flow through these areas. We'll get to them a little bit later. Yeah, and this is probably where we're going to be spending most of our time. I haven't quite decided if we're going to start in the Santa Barbara proper or the Goleta proper. This area is going to have maybe a better harbor. We'll get to those details in a little bit. The two types of plants you're likely to encounter are going to be eucalyptus trees, oak trees, cypress trees, lots of evergreens and conifers. The mountains will have this like low-lying shrub everywhere called chaparral, and it burns frequently. So wildfires are fairly common in the area. Every couple of years, there'll be a big fire burning out on the mountains. But they're not like covered in tall trees. It's like low-lying stuff. The mountains are kind of rugged. You can climb up to them, not a problem. There are some caves up there of note. Natural creatures in the area. The bears here are black bears. They're not particularly aggressive. They're kind of cowardly, but it's still a fucking bear, so if it gets pissed at you, it can maul you to death easily. You'll have foxes and skunks and squirrels, and since you guys are from California, you pretty much know the sort of wild animals, or at least live in California now. You'll know the wild animals that are around here.
Okay.
And that's going to be kind of where we're starting. We're just going to start with like this section, and we're going to ignore the rest of California. Actually, we also include the islands. And the rest of the map will not follow the map of California at all. We're just going to we'll steal Santa Barbara and then plunge it into a completely different world.
Is this still Arcadia?
Yes, this is going to be an island to the north of Arcadia. This is
Ah.
we'll get to the lore of what this island is a little bit later.
Mhm.
But this is a northern island that you guys have been sent up to make a little outpost, see what you can get. And one of the great things that you have here that you don't really have back in Arcadia are lemons and limes. This place is overgrowing with lemon and lime trees, which Arcadia has not a lot of. So that'll be one of your bigger exports. And I believe that is all the important information that you need for today. I know it's been a lot, but it'll make sense as we go through. Does anyone have any questions?
Nope. Lemons and limes. So we're gonna make some lemonades.
Okay. Well, I guess that is it for our character creation stream. I'll finish up your character sheets and PM you when they're done.
Okay. Thank you.
Great.
Could you help me find like graphics or commission people for graphics for next week?
Yes.
And Michael
PM me
Sykkuno,
about
please
it
get a
and we
cam
will-
by next week would be nice.
Yeah, I will.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, goodbye then.
Bye.
Bye.
Well.
Appreciate it. Goodbye, everybody.
Wait,
Fun
guys,
night.
before you
What?
go, this is really important. I need your physical description of your character. Like, how do you look like? Like, just
me,
roughly.
but hot.
Okay. All right.
Me,
And
but hot.
you're variant human, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a
Sykkuno?
regular human. So
Oh
me,
yeah,
but hot.
I'm my character looks like also like me, I guess.
Yeah, this is how I get free fan art.
Are you serious, guys?
Yeah, my character always wears a green scarf, so
Okay.
just conveniently
All right. Michael.
Mine is like a little gnome, but hot, right? He's got like a little six-pack on him, a real small.
Does he have glasses?
six-pack on him. You know, he does have glasses. No, he just has two very large boba ball eyes that he can see well with.
All
what I
right. So
put
it's
there,
basically
yeah.
you.
He's got like a little scar on his face too. He's a little edgy kind of guy.
Okay. I scar on.
Yeah. No glasses though. He got LASIK at a young. No glasses. Yeah,
There's
just
no
very
LASIK in this
bulbous
world.
eyes.
Bulbous.
Yeah. Very large boba ball eyes.
And I'm gonna assume brown eyes, right?
Yeah, the color of boba balls. Yeah,
Okay,
like
whatever.
imagine
Yeah.
Tammy's eyes and put them on a gnome.
Okay, scar. And does he perchance have a streak of dyed hair?
No, that would be stupid and dumb. No.
I
but it's kind of curly, right? Like curly kind of
Yeah, his hair is
like
kind of
dark
curly.
brown hair.
Yeah, he
dark brown,
does.
slightly
Now
curly
that you
hair.
mention it, it's like
Where is his scar?
like on his face somewhere.
Is it in his forehead? Is it in the shape of a lightning bolt?
No, it's definitely not that.
Okay, it's just on his face somewhere.
Somewhere on his cheek.
Cheek. These are some great characters. Okay, so Toast, it's him but hot. Sykkuno, it's him but hot. Michael, it's him but gnome. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Gnome.
Okay,
Hot.
that's all I needed. Thank you, guys.
Don't forget the six-pack on the
I
gnome.
don't
okay?
care.
Alright.
Aren't you gonna be wearing clothing? Or,
Not often.
Do you have like any
Oh.
clothing preferences?
Preferences?
Or-
No.
I'm just.
No.
Okay.
In fact, I prefer no clothing at all.
Alright,
Probably why your
Because of the
HP is
six-
so low. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Okay, that's all I
we
need.
got it. Pretty good.
Alright, thank you guys. I will see you guys.
So wait, so what are you guys up to now?
I
What are
don't
you
know,
guys
just
doing?
gonna chill now, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys want like talk or hang out or something?
Do you wanna hang out?
You wanna?
Yeah. You like you guys want to play some games? You guys want a pummel party? You guys want to do anything?
I might play a little
I'll
pummel.
step out now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
All right.
Alright, bye.
Alright, see you
Catch you
later.
later. Thank you.
Thanks.
Mhm.